Hello, Internet. How are you doing this evening? Yeah.
Why you?
It's so much buildup to us going live behind the scenes. It's like, no, okay, and it's like it's like a horror movie, right? Mike comes in, builds some tension, then leaves. Comes in, builds a little more tension, then leaves.
I love the discussion. It's become just such a thing. It just, oh man, it's so funny.
Yeah. So, everyone, welcome. This is High Shelf Gaming. We do role-playing games on Twitch, and every so often we'll do podcasts. I'm actually starting to get some more personal time, so I can actually maybe start producing podcast episodes again, which will be awesome. Very excited for that. Let's see here. Wednesday nights we play Blades. That's what we're doing tonight. And then on the weekends we play Cyberpunk Red. We are skipping this weekend because it's my wife's birthday, and it would be super rude of me to like run a game. So we're not playing this weekend.
Kelly doesn't love us that much.
She does love us that much, but she would talk to me about it later. Like, did you really have to? It's like, no, I didn't. So I'm not going to. So we're skipping this weekend for Cyberpunk, but we will be playing again the following weekend.
Would this have been Origins weekend?
This? It might have been.
Pour a drink out for Origins. Because it's always on Kelly's birthday.
That's right. It is always on Kelly's birthday. Yeah. So Origins, I think, is now online. Who knows? We are doing a bunch of events for Gen Con online. A bunch of you have come back to me and said which events you want to run. That's awesome. I've got like 3 or 4 of the like 9 people who are running events. I have some feedback, and like kind of by the end of this week I'll have everybody's stuff in. So super awesome. We're going to be running a bunch of events at Gen Con online. I'm very, very excited for that.
Cool.
I'll get on that.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, it's an online thing now, right? Like, nobody gets free badges because it's free entry, right? So just if you want to run a game, great. If you don't, great. It don't matter now. Like, there's no rewards.
Just if you have to like fight that social anxiety demon for like, I want to run a thing, but I'm afraid of being around people. This is your chance to do it and be like, whoops, my connection broke down. I'm freaking out. Click.
Yeah, it's like, there's bats, and
Bats.
Here they get ready.
Game over.
As you run out of the room.
Oh my gosh!
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around Gen Con online because it contains none of the things that I go to Gen Con for. Which is
what is it going to be? What's it going to be like? It's a mystery, right? Yeah. So we will hopefully figure that out. I'm working on a thing, so maybe we can like talk to somebody at Gen Con. Katrina, you're helping me with that. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll get a bit of a scoop on what it's going to be like. We don't know. Might work out, might not work out. But yeah. So we'll see.
We're trying, y'all.
Yeah. All good stuff. We are back to, I think, Blades in the Dark, because I don't think I have any other announcements other than, we are doing a charity. Up above, you can see the Bail Project. We were raising money for the Bail Project all month long. So this is our current running $300. And we will get links into the chat and all that good stuff so you can donate. And we're going to be running that all, for the entire month of June, basically.
And we're going to get Dax to dab if we raise.
If we raise $1,000, I will dab for the first time in my life.
We have a month. We can make that happen.
Yeah, really. I've never dabbed, and this will be the only time in my life that I will dab. Because I don't do the fad memes. I just don't.
I just got to the point to where it was neither important to me that I do or important to me that I don't. I give.
So you ambivalently dab? You're like, do you ironically dab?
I'm like, it's not a thing. Like, I don't want it to be a thing that I don't. I also don't want it to be a thing that I do. So it is not a thing.
Cool.
That's where I hit with the dab. I hit just complete apathy of the dab.
Fair. Okay, so those are all of our announcements. By all means, please donate, and maybe at the end of this month we will crawl our way to me dabbing for the first time, and that'll be kind of cool. I'll probably screw it up.
How do you screw it up? It's
Just act like you're sneezing.
I've never done it before, so I'm gonna mess it up.
Like you just act like you sneeze, and then also act like you're trying to swat fly that is up and.
See, I can mess that up. That's a really confusing instruction.
No, you're
Well, it's not like
you're
you think
coughing
one of
into
us
your
do.
elbow like you're supposed to,
I'll be
while
like,
trying to push
"Achoo."
someone away.
Yeah,
Achoo.
the cough and
Adapt.
push.
It's-
The cough and push.
It's not a like weird move. It's a like social distancing safety matter to
Yeah.
cough and push away. Yeah.
Yeah, cough in the elbow, prevent the spread, push the bite away, social distancing.
Achoo.
It's a guidebook. It's a quarantine guidebook, the dab.
It's thin.
And I
real
hope you weren't
thin.
planning on running a serious game tonight, because we're not started off.
Oh,
we
great.
need to clock
haven't-
in.
we
We need to
haven't
clock
played
in because
we
if
haven't
tonight
played a
we're gonna
serious
do
game of this in like since
Since Maisley
quarantine.
was here.
Well,
I don't
since
know.
quarantine happened, I feel like this has been like the opportunity for people to like events, and I have no problem with that. So,
we start off
thematically pure. It's like no,
we start off all hijinky, and then at the end we're feeding people to demons. Like it starts
that was a
off,
hi-
I
Is
mean,
that not
it's
a
Blaze.
hijink? I thought
and
that's
then
equally
and then
hijinky.
and then it ends with super dark murder.
Hijinks.
I don't know that I would
Jeez.
ever consider eldritch gods consuming a paralyzed man hijinks.
Jeez,
Oh, you're Call of
Shaggy.
Cthulhu then.
Call of Cthulhu is not hijinky. Like nothing about it that's like
If you play it with the right people,
If
then
you play with the right people, it's hijinks.
somebody's got a banjo playing getaway music the entire time. No.
oh, that's it. We're starting a Call of Cthulhu game, and
Oh,
banjos all the
man.
it's like the Call of Cthulhu equivalent of a bard, and he's carrying a banjo, and that's it. Like
Screwed up.
Oh god. Oh gosh. I
never
need my
mind.
notebook.
Oh.
All right.
No,
I'm just saying, I already know dueling banjos. Like, come on, like that's.
Doing it. We're
Don't-
doing it. We're writing
Don't
it
say
down.
it. Don't say it. I don't say what you want to say on your mind, Casey.
Be quiet, Casey. Don't just
I,
let it go,
I
Casey.
apologize for all of it.
Run a hillbilly Cthulhu game.
Okay, now Hillbilly
making
Cthulhu
it-
can still be super dark. All
Yeah,
right.
it can
I was
be.
like, you're not making it better because I know the title that we could call this thing. We could just call it West Virginia. And now
Oh, and our whole
it's been
shtick
nice.
could be that we're like better than Fallout 76 in every way.
we've done
They're
it.
Plus,
trying to fix it. They're trying
Bonus
to fix
points.
It.
You never have to figure out what the title for the episode is going to be because it's always just the next line out of "Take Me Home, Country Roads."
Yeah.
So,
And once you run out of lines, game over.
Game over.
There you go.
It's-
That's it.
that's your
I'm gonna
campaign timer.
wrote
Like,
it
you have to
down.
get it done
Yep,
by this
I'm gonna-
point, and then
I'm gonna start making songs as my campaign timer. It's just
Okay.
one line of lyrics for every episode. So,
Should be your Cowboy Bebop.
yeah. There you go.
All right, Mike,
So,
this
yeah.
is your
We're gonna
game.
start the
We're
We're
show.
playing Blaze in the Dark.
We play a game.
I'm
Cities
grabbing
defended by
the
lightning.
reins.
There's demons
We're
and
going,
shit.
yeah. It is 1,000 years ago when the cataclysm hit and the sun was snuffed out and the gates of death were smashed, and now we're in the super dark place with no sunlight and there's ghosts everywhere trying to eat everybody's souls. Also, demons, separate from ghosts, but also bad. And giant demon whales that we suck the blood out of and use to fuel everything.
Yay!
That's hijinks.
Yeah,
That's what hijinks.
good
is.
times. And then heists and stealing things and getting all crazy
Did a
locked up
heist
here in the city. Yeah.
You did a heist.
for once.
Yes. So last time we did do a heist, that I can't actually remember. But we did a
Like,
heist.
it was like
swear.
No, we did.
two-
We did a heist.
like one
Yes, we
episode
did.
ago.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
we went in there and stole a man and fed him to a god.
That was the heist.
Yep, that was the heist.
Yes. Okay, we went to the Wraiths. We went to the
Yes.
tower that the Wraiths operate out of in Silk Shore, and we kidnapped one of their dudes.
Our intention
Yes.
was to steal
Now-
the demon heart. That did not pan out. So we got a
didn't happen.
consolation prize, which was
Now
a
I
man.
remember, yes, we found out about the demon heart because the guy told us that the Wraiths had been trying to steal it to earn favor with Lord Skurlock, the vampire. Question
No,
mark?
Mike, you don't get to do that.
No, Lord Scarlock's too
Vampire.
cool to beat around the bush. Spade,
job.
spade. A vampire, a body inhabited by a ghost.
Yes. So we went and we did that, and now it is time for downtime, where we get to rest and recover and advance personal plots and find out what's going on in the city and all that kind of good stuff. I think as we come back to what was left of like Ohm's formerly smashed up shop that everybody's operating out of.
I think we've cleaned it up some by now.
You have, yeah. I mean, like it's a passable place. There's space inside for everybody to be living and stuff like that. There's like a little bench outside by like the back door, and like sitting on it is Zamira, the little girl who like she's like in charge. They got her snipes, and she's there with like Stev, who's like the other one who's always like he wants to be in charge, but he's not, right? Like she's in charge, and she's got a black eye, and he's got like a little bit of blood from his lip, and like she is definitely like if she could breathe fire, she would be. Like she is
Ooh.
unhappy.
What happened?
Ohm goes inside.
Should go in the candy you've been collecting from Quellen.
Oh,
Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds totally
I hope
safe.
this
I'm
makes
sure.
you feel better.
But
I'll hand each of them a candy that I got from Quellen, and then I'll leave.
they'll look at them very confused for a minute, but they will eventually eat them. Like, what? Why did? Where did this even come from? No, just, okay. And I think Zamira will tell you, it was those farting.
Go ahead, say it. Go for it. Do it. Do it. It feels
jerks.
good. Which ones?
The ones that took the gun axe, not the gun axe, but our gun axe. The ones that Griffith doesn't like. The ones that Mr. Griffith doesn't like. The junkie, the guys who live in the alleys.
They beat you up?
Yeah.
Well, that's problematic.
They were trying to hang out in your territory, and we told them that's your territory, and they're not allowed to be there because the gutter snipes are like loyal and all that kind of stuff, like overly loyal. And they started beating on us, and like not bad, but like enough that like it drove them out and back here.
Well, that is unacceptable.
Well,
A lot of ways. Wouldn't you say, Ghost?
I would, and I think we need to go and make a visit.
Yes. So this is actually your entanglement that I rolled last time. So it is gang trouble, where because they are so principled about your territory and your faceless, this is your territory, and they're kids and they're very precise about those kind of things. It has caused trouble with the junkie dudes. So there are three options for how to address it. One is you can forfeit your current tier plus 1 in rep. 2 is you can make an example of the gang members, or 3 you can face reprisals from the junkies.
Wait,
What's
what was
face
2 again?
2 is make an example of the gang members.
Oh, of the kids?
Yeah.
Kids?
Oh, I thought it was like make examples of the other guy. No, the third one.
I'd rather make examples of the other guys if we could do that.
Yeah, that would be my
Yeah,
choice.
like was option D at?
Because we just want to go beat the shit out of the guys that are beating the shit out of kids.
Okay.
A couple of junkies.
No, that's fine. I've kind of figured that was the direction things were going to go, right? So
kill the
like
guys
they're going to be
selling
messing
drugs,
with
so-
something at some point here,
Mhm.
but this is where that stems from. So. Cool.
Thank you. Well, go rest up and we will take care of that. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah. She's
Do you
like,
need-
thanks. She thanks you for the candy. And
Do you
she
want
kinda, like,
to look over your wounds?
She's like, I think we're okay.
I will toss them a couple, whatever the equivalent of a couple dollars is, like coin or whatever. Well, just
Yeah, if
not
you're
a
not,
full coin, but
yeah, no, if you're not dealing in like significant volumes of money, then yeah, we just get to say like, yeah, I passed enough money. It's like, here, go get, ice milk or whatever
go
the hell
get
it is that kids do.
go get whatever kids do in this.
Eel burgers. It's just
Eel
eel
burgers.
with
Eel
seaweed.
burgers and mushroom fries. Yeah.
Yeah.
This-
I have tried fried mushrooms. It's not that bad in real life. Moving on.
If
We're
you,
getting
if
off
you get the
topic.
right ones, you can cook them like steaks.
Ew,
Maybe they're getting mushroom burgers. That's
Better than
I'm out. Yeah. Okay, well, that is a problem that we will take care of.
yes.
Amongst the other problems.
all sunshine and daisies.
We've had worse days.
But yeah, otherwise we come back down into the downtime phase where we get to, reduce heat, recover from harm that we've taken, other stuff, train, things like that.
We don't have
like-
that much heat, so that's nice. Not like past times. We've had like tons of heat.
So the full list is acquire an asset, work on a long-term project, get treatment to recover from harm, reduce heat, train, which lets you mark XP, or indulge your vice to help clear out your stress track.
Remember, I give an extra one for someone or myself. So
Oh, an extra activity, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, where is the crew at in terms of the crew only has 4 heat. So it is not that bad off right now, probably.
Yeah.
I don't remember if anybody got like works like
I mean,
farm and stuff like that.
I'm a little hurt. I would like to heal the last of my wounds, but that's about it.
Okay.
I got something I want to do.
You gonna go back to your people and get a pat on the back for feeding them a paralyzed dude? Is that what's going on? Maybe I'm a little fixated on this.
I'll let you say Ohm's a bit obsessive.
I'm just trying to hit every crew playbook except for the one that we are.
Right.
Know? So we had to make sure we got the cult one in.
That's right.
So then tomorrow, or next time, it's going to be like we're going to do a score to transport something somewhere, so we can hit smugglers.
So I know what Ohm is going to do this time around. Does anybody want to take on the heat, or I could actually take on some of the heat?
I could probably spend one of mine to take on some heat.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide if I want to tempt indulging my vice.
How much stress do you have?
5.
No, it's fine.
That went bad
worked out
twice in a
fine
row
for
last
everybody.
time.
Yeah, last time.
Well, they went bad. That's for you guys. Guys.
Okay.
And you're gonna clear the heat first, and that's the one I'll take. It'll be fine.
So you're gonna make. I'm gonna need your extra move then to clear that heat if you intend to run it right back up. We can play that game. I'm just saying.
I mean, but I'm gonna roll great. I'm gonna roll when I need to.
Okay.
But
in the
Ethan, you
meantime-
said you had
yeah.
something, right?
Did yeah.
Okay.
Milos would like to fix the shop, clean it, repair it. He's dissatisfied with its condition,
Okay.
and he's dissatisfied that such a brilliant tinkerer as Ohm has to work in such conditions.
Oh.
And Ohm's probably been leaving it rampage as like it like reflects Ohm's own inner turmoil.
Ohm knows where everything is in the shop the way it is right now.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but
It's like,
things
where,
like
where did
things
all
like
our
broken
fake papers
window-
go? They were right here on the floor.
On the
Now I don't know
floor,
where to find
next to
them.
the real papers.
But things like broken windows and glass and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. If he has to get some wood and rebuild something, he'd want to do that too.
Okay.
I don't know how many ticks that'd be on a clock, but that's something that he wants to do.
Aw, Milos.
So I kind of feel like if we want to put that into like, we can give you a clock, and when we fill it, like maybe tick that second box of secure or something.
I mean, if you want. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know if there's a.
I
don't
like there
wanna
being a
I-
reward at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're going to spend the time putting the effort into it and spending a downtime action, I want there to be something that comes out of it at the end.
Okay, that
'Cause
that
I
wasn't
don't-
my
other-
intent going in, but if you want to do that, that's too.
Maybe like
Yeah, 'cause I
tools
like-
or supplies.
Secure, I think, is like something we really need.
Okay.
So if we could,
We keep pissing people off. We should probably.
yeah,
just-
we should get.
We're starting to get into that like they're gonna come for us territory.
Well, maybe not you because you won't be here, but
I mean, hey,
Cool.
we can try.
Oh, he said it was such hate that like his whole net died.
It's all right.
I love you, Casey.
Oh, this is just gonna say.
It was sad.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I'll shut up.
Sorry.
Um,
No, I was somebody messaged me on private messenger. I was looking at it. I'm sorry.
There's no such thing as attention span in this quarantine world we live in.
Ooh, the clocks.
yes.
Ooh, the
Oh,
clock's
the
page.
clocks.
Is the clock's page up?
The regular clocks page is up, not the like, oops, I wasn't supposed to show you that clocks page is up.
No, the man behind the curtain. Yeah, I don't know
So
how many tick. I don't know how wrecked the shop is. I don't know how many ticks it's worth, but
Yeah, well, usually it's tied to like the whole like the XP upgrade stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? 8 might be a little bit heavy for that.
To clean the shop, yeah.
Well, to tick an extra box without having to
Oh, I
get
see.
the whole XP
yeah, to get a
for it.
crew
I
upgrade
see.
without
Yeah.
getting a crew
Okay,
upgrade.
fair enough.
Which would yeah, usually it would be like you fill the XP meter and you would check 2 of those square boxes.
Gotcha.
So this is like, spending time to get an extra one. Which I don't feel terribly bad about. So
You don't feel bad about it. We certainly don't.
oh, but you should. uh, sorry, I was trying to choose the name here. Work on the shop to get upgrade. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think that's 6 tick. It's not super complex, but it's it's some effort. So.
Yeah. And I guess I think for this first one, I think the action that I would be leaning towards using is survey, as he's just trying to figure out what needs to be fixed and what he needs to go get for that.
Okay.
Like just full inspection, like straight up, like he's doing an inspection of a ship. Like he is
Yeah.
going through and ticking all the boxes and writing what's damaged and what's not, what could be cleaned, what could be patched, and
Yeah.
things like that.
Do we need to put an extra beam here to prop this up, or like just patch
Mhm.
over a hole? And, like, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I'll do that. None of these things matter. I don't have any bonus dice. A 6.
Yeah. That is 3 ticks. Ding, ding, ding. Oops. 3. There. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, Milos does a whole bunch of stuff to work around the shop and patch stuff up. Yeah.
Anything he doesn't need to buy supplies for, he's just going ahead and doing. But like, I imagine there's maybe a little bit that's like broken stuff in the front that he's like, I'm gonna have to go to my lumber. Come back.
Yeah.
Carpenter. He's trying not to piss off Ohm while he does it.
Like trying to
Awesome.
time the like hits with the hammer to when Ohm is doing something else to back.
That and like waiting on Ohm to go to like another station while he like sweeps up the broken glass from under one of them.
Yeah, I mean, Ohm is not like disruptive to Milos' efforts, but Ohm would probably like come up to you at some point and say, "Are you just working in this part of the room, or are you doing the whole thing?"
Well, I want to fix up the whole base of
Okay.
operations, you know.
So, before you arrived, and frankly, before we were a crew, I lost my knife. I used it, and I deployed the bladed end into the man. I don't know if it fell out when he left or if he took it with him. But if you happen to see my blade in here, please let me know. It's
No.
it's a normal blade with a where the guard would be. Instead, there is a cylinder that has a number of notches where high tension springs would fasten to it. It propels out of this quite quickly, but I have not located it in some time. And if you're
Tricky.
doing
Okay.
this, then please look around for it.
For sure. If it's around here, find it. If it's not, I'll try to spend some time in it.
Okay. Thank you, Milos.
Taking care of the ship.
The ship. Not in a ship. Okay. Milos said taking care of the ship, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Ship
good.
Ship is where the heart is.
Yeah.
Ah,
Ohm is not connecting with that. Moving on. This one's weird. I'm gonna go work.
Yeah, this one's weird.
Yeah, Milos is the strange one in this conversation.
Yeah, for Ohm, it's like, well, that's strange. We're not in a boat.
It's the
I don't think I
kids who
should.
are wrong.
I don't think I should tell him that we're not in a boat. He's very strong and muscly. He might have opinions about what I think.
Yes. Yeah, so that happens. All right. Did you have another action from Milos, or we can
I was going
spread
to try
it
to get
around
rid of
if
some
not?
heat.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know I could get rid of some heat, but I don't know if it's a good idea. I'm trying to look at what my strengths are, and I'm like, well, one way to get rid of heat is to just convince people that it's bad for them physically if they do say these awful rumors.
are we shaking down shops now? Is that what
No.
we're doing?
No, I'm just beating the hell out of anybody who says we're criminals.
Ah, okay.
It's one of those. I've got a high skirmish.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, I guess I could command them as well.
I was trying to
Equally
understand, like,
as good as that.
why are you beating people up to get rid of her heat? It's like counterintuitive, but now I
Yeah.
get it. Now I get
I mean,
it.
well, either one. It's either not to quote my XP trigger, but it's going to be either violence or coercion, because those are the two things I left that I'm good at.
Coercion, if you go around being big and bad and listening to other people spread rumors about it, it's like that would be unwise. There you go.
So he might just walk the streets and see if he hears any books, and then if he does,
We were
maybe-
just hanging out on a street corner trying to sell lure, and like this big guy with a harpoon came up and started like getting in our face. Okay.
It's more just like they're having the conversation, they're looking away, and he just kind of walks up, and it's like the two giant hands on the shoulders that are holding on way too tight, and you're like, oh, I might have made a mistake just now.
I
Kind
like
of where you
it.
like try to move and then you don't move at all, and you're like, I made a big mistake. You're like,
Oh,
surely I can move. No, I can't.
Something
Darn.
here has gone very, very wrong. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I guess that'd be command then. All right. If it doesn't. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. See what happens. Okay, a 3. So that one didn't go so well.
It's still one off. So,
Okay.
let's find the crew and heat and 3. Okay. Cool. Is that everything from Milos for now?
Yep, that'd be 2 actions.
Okay, cool. Anybody else have any dastardly plans in mind here?
Not dastardly, but
That disqualified then.
Yeah, definitely needs to get healed. I think that is just going to do it on their own.
So if you do it on your own, you take stress when you're doing it.
Yeah, I take like 2 stress.
Just 1.
Come on. No. And
Folks,
the
I
crew
only
is
have-
stuck to it, so we're playing a different game tonight. Sorry.
Folks, I only have 5 stress, so like 1 extra stress is pretty dope. So yeah, I would like to work on myself, and if I take 1 stress or 2 stress, that's fine. Because the next thing is I'm gonna go really unload my stress.
Level tactics.
Yeah, Quellen is nice and all, but is like done with the cryptic messages that doesn't bring back to the group because they don't mean anything to I feel like I'm doing the group a disservice by inaction.
I don't know. She said something about blood orchids being in bloom and something about them kind of seeing the face of your dead father. Anyway, I don't know what was going on. She gave me this piece of candy. That's
and look, I got a Band-Aid on my boo-boo.
For some reason, there's like a sprig of rosemary tacked under it, but that's just what she said to do. Yes, you may heal yourself if you have the physic or special ability, but you take 2 stress when you do so.
Perfect. That's what I'm doing.
It's perfect. I'm taking stress. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You can also choose to simply tough it out and attempt to heal without any treatment. In this case, take 1 stress and roll 0 dice.
Will not do that.
It's not going to get worse.
It might be. It might. That's the thing. This game is punishing.
Is that even on the table? I don't think the wounds
punishing.
getting worse is even on the table. I think it's just you either don't heal or you do.
Wait, so but it's still an action to like sit there and not to just try and tough it out. It's still an action, right? Like if I'm rolling 0 dice, I'm still spending an action to do it. Just making sure. Got it already.
Yes, I think.
All right, so I'm gonna spend the action. I'm gonna spend the stress. I'm gonna physicker myself and try and deal with my blistered hand. So healing, right? Roll my healing.
Yeah, it's Tinker plus 1 die.
Yeah. So 4 dice.
6.
6. Yes, so that is 3 ticks on the healing clock. If you pay a coin, it goes up to being a crit, and it's actually fills the clock, and then it comes down.
If I get hurt again, it rolls the clock all the way back, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna
But if
stay.
If you're gonna go to T, I don't see how you could possibly end up, having a problem with them.
I think I'm gonna stay at where I'm at, the 3 heal. I think I'm gonna stay there. And because my coin might need to be used for something else.
Okay.
And then is gonna go shopping.
Making your way over to Silk Shore, up to
Yes.
the rooftop market with like little rope ramps, rope bridges that run between the upper levels, the top of the buildings there.
Yes.
The big tented up bazaar where Ojak is.
Yeah. And is going to arrive in a tan trench, and when they are out of the streets and in a place where they can, be amongst the market and kind of displaying colors and that kind of thing. The lining of the trench is this like floral silk lining that then becomes like a big long like you tie it so and it becomes kind of a big long dress of
Nice.
floral pattern and that kind of thing. And the neck is on display with all the holes in it and everything like that, and there's a interwoven jewelry kind of latticed in there, almost as if it's holding it all together.
Nice. Yeah, you get up there to Ojak's stall. She is up there. I think last time she had like this sort of like wispy, like multiple translucent layers of silky type thing.
Yeah.
And now she's got an outfit where like it's not form fitting, but it's not like the big flowy type thing. And it is very vibrant. There is a section where it's like it's embroidered with like red. And then most of it is actually this sort of like metallic sheen fabric that does that kind of rainbow oil slick kind of thing as she moves.
Yeah, the
So
iridescent stuff.
it's shiny and kind of like changes color. Um, yeah, and she's wrapping up, like tying up a bundle of spices for someone who's like just finishing paying as you arrive. And she's got like her little hairband on and her little translucent like veil kind of covers the bottom half of her face.
Awesome. When she Ohm will kind of make themselves busy amongst like the ties and the straps and that kind of thing.
Mhm.
And when she frees herself up, Ohm is going to reach into their satchel and pull out a small, like like a eel hide leather envelope sort of thing, a little bit bigger than your average envelope, and open it up and slide out a veil that has like kind of a nice fur strap that goes back and around, but what hangs down are strips of the kind of like onyx black material that Ohm uses to make the masks, but it's been broken up into like hard strips, so it doesn't flow. It just kind of like hangs as like almost bars across the face, kind of thing. And Ohm will open this and produce it onto the table and say, "I've been thinking on our conversations and the guidance that you have given me, the Taylor's insights, and I want you to have this. This is a token of my labors to you."
She seems very appreciative. She's like, "Oh, thank you. It's it's lovely. Here, please, come step back behind the like. There's kind of the front area where there's kind of like table like um not like boxes, but like there's sets of stuff. Like over here, there's like some bolts of fabric, and over there's some different kinds of like trim and like edge highlight type stuff that you would apply when you're like making a piece of clothing. But like there's kind of like the main counter type space for like when she's trying to like really wrap up with people. And behind it, there's a table, and there's probably like a hookah on it. And then back behind there, there's also like those kind of like those folding wooden dividers that have kind of, mostly opaque, semi-transparent panels in them. It's like, please come, have a seat. Thank you. It's lovely. I'll put it on. And she kind of steps back behind there so she's out of view because she's got this like weird, like huge mouth, little tiny shark teeth that are everywhere. She's like, she doesn't mess around with stuff where people are going to be able to see. But you see her go back behind it and saying how thank you and she's putting it on. She comes back out and has a seat at the table. And she has another like smaller box that looks like it was probably some of the same dried herbs that she was doing, like spice type stuff, like stuff that maybe like looks sort of like cinnamon sticks and like dried cloves, but clearly isn't because blades, right? But she will take some and like crush it in a grinder and put it into the thing in the top of the hookah and like offer you a seat, stuff like that.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
like,
And I think that it would be kind of cool if, like, during this period of the hookah, like Ohm's exhale would come like nasally and exhale, but also like seep
oh yeah,
out of the
Just like,
out of
yeah.
the neck
That's really
area.
cool.
Not like there's a any specific hole. It just kind of like emanates from the neck, kind of thing. And Ohm would probably be somewhat bashful at first to like share that with someone else, but like
Mhm.
is doing it out of like a sense of I want to share this with my growing confidant.
Yeah, and I think she would have like, um, not like laughing at you, but like sort of an amused smile that like that's just how it works. Like that's
Right.
of course that makes sense. Like
Sure. Perfect.
just
So like kind of
she's
seeps out of the same place that your powder did when you got it on your little
Yeah.
blow dart kind of thing.
Maybe. Yeah, it's an all-purpose region. It does many things.
Here I was thinking they were just there for show.
No, it's like
There's
structural and does things. But yeah, so they'll definitely imbibe and probably probably like put in for her to get more. Like maybe provide some other spices and that sort of thing that maybe we could concoct something here
okay.
and maybe go shopping amongst her apothecary area and bring something together that Ohm thinks would do well on the hookah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean whatever she has is like it's mild, like you feel good, but like you're not like super messed up by it or anything.
Right.
Like, it's just everybody kind of takes the edge off a little bit. So
Yeah, absolutely. I think Ohm would just be here for a long while, really, and the like making new sense and making new things to burn is just kind of how Ohm is. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, I've discovered a new thing. Let me play with this. And so it's very much I'm going to go and buy whatever I need to buy from her apothecary to make something new in this apparatus that I get to play with.
Cool.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Where do I do the vice stuff?
I think there's a button for it on the
Yeah, it was
character
in
sheet.
the device button sheet.
Oh, indulge vice. Boom.
Mhm.
Awesome. No bonus die, right?
No.
Okay.
Hey,
There we go.
Clear 6 stress.
Very glad
Everything
I
according to plan.
upped my stress.
So someone were like before you had 5, like it was gonna go bad again. No.
Yeah. Down to 1. Yeah, and Ohm probably doesn't come back like until way late. Because once you're like sitting there and you're having a good time, then it's don't you know someone who can bring us some food? Don't and like another
Oh
person
yeah,
comes in and there's lots of
all that stuff in
conversation.
Silk Shore, and yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely a Ohm is cut loose, detached from the world for a little while and feels good about it.
Cool. So, sliding back to home office. We still got Maribel and Griffith, who have downtime, things they can be taking action on. Do either of you guys have stuff that you think of you want to do, or
Go
sorry,
first, Casey.
I'm thinking.
I can
There's
go.
a part of. Yeah, I'm still thinking. I'm thinking of doing a new project. So
It's
I
good
just
to
gotta
get
figure
those
it out.
get those out before you die.
It's inevitable.
Man, I got 3 of you, but I didn't get Ethan.
Ethan is like a stone.
Damn it. I am not sure how this will work. I'd like to try and acquire an asset to help us with the Skurlag thing.
Okay.
And my thought, and I was reading it, and it says it's temporary, so I'm kind of on that, because initially I was thinking bringing him something. That could be many different things.
Mhm.
Brought in that dude.
Could have. But I was thinking something from not for Lord Vampire, but like Lord of things and information and other stuff. So, but I didn't want a long-term project it because
Yeah.
we don't have a long-term period of time.
Yeah.
But then, so like I was reading through the rules for it, for like rolling on it, and I don't quite understand how that works.
Okay.
Help me, Mike. Help me make decisions.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're my only hope.
Which, let's see. So this is stuff that's like page 153-ish?
153, 154.
Okay. So acquire an asset. Gain temporary use of an asset. One special item or set of common items. Enough for a gang or two to scare a cohort. So like if you wanted to hire a whisper, if you wanted to have an extra gang of vampire killers, I guess.
I'm trying to appease him, not kill him.
Hey, I'm throwing options. My job is just to keep throwing fish hooks until something sticks, right?
yes.
Kill him, we get to play Lord Scarline, though.
A vehicle,
It
service.
is to our type, though, to just kill him. I mean, he's a person that Maribel knows about.
Good point. Yes. Also.
Well, to be fair, he's not off Maribel's friends list. He's
Also
off
true.
Maisley's friends list.
That's right.
He's Maisley's enemy, right?
Yeah, he's Maisley's enemy, but he was Rage's friend.
That's true. Yes. Hey, Rage.
Rage's friends were flipped the opposite of Maisley's.
That's
Or
right.
no, not flipped the opposite of Maisley's. Maisley is friends with Quellen and enemies with Skurlock, and Rage is friends with Skurlock and enemies with Satara.
Okay.
Good old Satara.
Yep. Okay, so or a service, transportation from a smuggler, use of a warehouse. Temporary use constitutes one significant period of usage that makes sense for the asset, typically the duration of one score. Asset may also be acquired for standby use in the future. Hire a gang to guard your lair.
Yeah.
To acquire the asset, roll the cruise tier.
So it'd be 1 die, right?
Yeah.
The result indicates the quality of the asset you get.
Yes. Give me some minimum quality. So quality stuff is in the crafting thing, I think. Hunting, crafting. Okay. Index. I have an index. There's an index here. Quality. Page 95 and page 114. Factor 24. All right, start with 114. It's the closest other page, right? Yeah, that'll work. No, that is not the right thing.
How much coin do we have, y'all? 3? No, that's how much I have. We have 2. Okay.
Yeah.
We got.
We have 2. Nothing in the vaults, right? The vaults are what we need to like get out.
We don't have the vaults. But on your character page, you have stash, and you should have 3 in the stash.
Yeah, I have 3 in the stash. Yeah.
I have 4 in the stash.
Quality represents.
Did you put 1 into the stash?
Yeah, because I had let all my coins fill up once.
I
was like, oh, that's silly. I should have been spending these suckers.
Oh, now you're getting a better retirement.
Just.
You got to fill up that first row. Good stuff.
Till everybody has to make a fortune roll. The economy crashes and all your stash is lost. Too real.
Too real. It's
sure.
like I lived through that the first time. Last time.
Okay, quality represents the effectiveness of tools, weapons, or other resources, usually summarized by tier. Find items count as a
Okay.
+1 bonus in quality stacking with tier. Arlen is picking the lock to a safe house run by the Circle of Flame. Her crew is tier 1 and she has fine lock picks, so she's effectively tier 2. The Circle are tier 3. Arlen is outclassed in quality, so her effect will be limited on the lock. So it will
I'm
help improve your
looking.
effect when trying to do things.
I think if it's Maribel, she's looking for information that she could give him, them, associates, which is because that's what Maribel would do. We are very low tier for this. Can I take coins out of my stash?
You can take coins out of your stash, but for every 2 you take out, you get 1 coin.
Exchange rate
Right.
sucks. It's like
If you
it's
dip
changing
into your
money at the
retirement
airport.
fund, you have to pay taxes on it. So.
It's like changing money at the airport. You spend $20 and you get like $5 worth of pesos or whatever.
Mhm. So
Which is not a lot of
I
pesos.
can burn my 2 coin to get an additional +1 to this. Can I burn the
I
2
can-
coin out of?
Well, I can help you through tracking. Like if I'm finding people for you, and I can spend 2 stress because I wanted to get my stress down anyway.
I don't think I roll. This isn't a roll. I roll.
Oh,
This is like a tier. It's an action I'm doing, but it's our tier and our coin that affects it. None of my stats affect this.
okay. That's on me.
So I can only throw 2 coin at it. Well, I can pull from my. Well, I don't have enough coin in my stash to pull for another point.
I mean, we're lower on the food chain. We give what is good for us. I don't see why we have to break our entire crew's bank just to give an
Okay.
offering that probably doesn't matter to the dude anyway.
Better than
We'd
nothing.
have to, everybody would have to go broke to get something that would be like on par with like Skurlock's tier, and I don't think
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Do you think I should do it at all?
I mean, that's up to you, but I don't think it's worth like everybody breaking the bank on.
Yeah, I get that.
Like if
yeah.
you want to get something, that's fine. But
Mhm.
What about like getting some information on Skurlock? Like we don't know anything about Skurlock.
or we could just own one. I mean, dangerous, but more effective.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true.
Like it's a risk, but it's better than spending a lot of resources on something that he doesn't want. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Okay.
You better just say, we will give you something you want. How about that? Just tell us.
Just tell us and we'll
Trade.
get that thing instead. Okay. All right. Sorry, Mike.
Sure.
I instead will indulge my vice.
Okay.
See that overindulge, baby. I see it.
I just click the button, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
We have that, Maribel
Fuck.
showing up at the Dusk Club.
Yes.
Oh, it's so
Yes.
predictable.
That's 6.
Welcome.
We're too good at indulging our vices.
You know what? We go all in. That's it. When we're on our own, when we're alone, we roll really well.
I play this game for escapism. I don't need to be overindulging my vices in this game.
Can't have our planner
shit.
go away.
Okay, so yeah, you made a bad call because of your vice in acquiring it or while under its influence. What did you do? Did you attract trouble? Select and roll an addition entanglement? Did you brag, bringing heat on the crew? Did you get lost? Play another character until this one returns from their bender?
It's
Or did
fun.
you
It's a lot of fun, Heather. It's a lot of fun.
Or or you tapped out and your current purveyor cuts you off.
Is that like permanently?
Yeah, you have to find a new source for the indulgence of your vice.
Come slum it with the rest of us, people. Jeez.
You can come down and slum it with
No.
me.
Like, it doesn't help to be able to read people's faces when you're trying to play dice, though. That's, you know.
Yeah, it's problematic.
Ooh.
Can
What
I...
if you burn the place? You
No.
get kicked out, but now Maribel has to get a gambling den set up in our territory. It's like, hey guys, so this thing happened. I know we're gonna make our own treehouse with blackjack and hookers, and and it'll be great. And we gotta do it like now.
Oh god. What's our heat
Because
at?
gambling den is one of our offshoots from having this turf, right?
Yeah, but that's not
Yeah.
the same.
Is it okay? It's not.
The
Yeah,
heat's
alright,
at
fair
3, Casey.
It's 3. Let's just take the heat.
I want to attract trouble.
We're going to attract trouble?
So, okay, here's my thinking. At least my thinking with Maribel is she wouldn't brag because she tries to keep things under wraps.
Yeah.
She wouldn't tap herself out of this place, though that is kind of likely because she needs this place to get information on things. So I think that she's careful about those two things. Which I mean, I get it. Like being tapped makes sense, but in my mind, she's careful about this club.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take an entanglement, guys?
Hey, have
We're
at
not
it.
there to stop you. You do what you gotta
Yeah.
do.
Well,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
it says I can select or roll an additional entanglement. So, is there like a list?
Yeah, the good news if you
Yeah,
if you
sure.
roll bad, you just go to jail. So
Yeah, we're
Say-
at 3.
what did you say, Ethan?
So
if you roll bad, you just go to jail. So it's fine.
Oh, it's fine. So we'll just hang out together.
Yeah, so
well,
here's,
probably
here's
got
we're
like...
at 3
rewards.
heat. So you're at the lowest tier of heat.
Yeah, so it's not. You actually, I don't think you can go to jail at this point.
Oh, we can get another dead person to hang out.
What?
Keep them coming.
Like Hutch.
Unquiet dead. We could have Hutch and
wait.
Hutch's BFF. Just
Oh, you popped it there. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, Dax?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's exactly what you need. More dead lamp flax hanging around your
it's
office.
pretty good odds. I mean, gang trouble is the other odds, right?
Or the
That was
usual
what you hit
suspects.
with
Right.
the gutter snipes was gang trouble.
Yeah.
I'm reading. I'm sorry.
Wait. There's no on the usual suspects thing.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie.
What happens if you roll a 6? It says 1 to 3 plus 2 heat, 4 to 5 level 2 harm, or pay the blue coats off with 1 coin. But what happens if you roll a 6?
So the fortune roll is to find out if they resist questioning, and if they roll
Oh.
a 6, they don't spill.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So if it goes bad, they do spill and there's trouble. If it goes middle of the road, they don't spill, but they get the crap beaten out of them. And if they do make the roll, then
They're good. Okay.
they hold out and they survive, and they don't go home with a dislocated shoulder like Basabaz did when he was on that list.
Can I take the usual suspects and then pay them off?
Yes, I still need to know who they go for.
Oh, I was me.
Oh, in the periphery of our crew, it has to be somebody,
it's got
right?
to be a friend or
Yeah,
vice
it's like
purveyor.
it's a friend or vice purveyor. Yeah.
I mean, let's just
Fuck.
So we give it to the person where we keep cutting the ends off of her friends list.
We haven't engaged much with Jewel, my blood dealer. That might be kind of neat.
Either that
I
or
feel
seeing
like this
how we
should
got.
be since it's like it's Maribel's entanglement, like it
Kind of needs to
should
be
Ah.
one of
her people.
friends.
I don't have any
Uh,
friends. I don't have any friends. That's a
do.
problem.
You have
Still
you have
three.
contacts.
Your contacts, they count.
You have a vice
Oh,
dealer.
do they contact? Oh, do they?
Mhm. Yeah, the ones without arrows are people that you know. They're not like your best
You're not
friend
super
or your
close with
rival.
them
They're
or
just people that you-
opposed. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then let's Nyrix. I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to read this really quick.
Yeah. No, it's here I'll throw an entire page of stuff at you that you've never had to deal with
Okay.
before.
I got you. I know what I'm gonna do.
Um,
Well, fate has decided it.
Oh goodness. Oh,
you know what? Let's do questioning.
Let's do
Questioning. The blue coats grab an NPC member of your crew or one of the crew's contacts to question them about your crimes. Who do the blue coats think is most vulnerable? Make a fortune roll to see how much they talk, or pay the blue coats with 2 coins. So, if this has gone down in my head for Maribel, is
Mhm.
that blue coats pick up whatever, something happened, caused it. Blue coats
Same.
pick up one of our group, and Maribel hears about it, uses coin to get them out, so they shut up, so they don't get anything.
Timmy
Okay.
Two Shoes.
Yeah.
Me two shoes. He's
We got a
Richard.
little Timmy.
When
Is
somebody
that
goes to jail, they have to play Timmy Two Shoes.
write
Heinz
that
Fresh to
down?
go to
Does
jail.
this mean I get to make another custom playbook?
Yes.
Yes. It's just
So I
called Two
will-
Shoes. Every power is shoe based.
So my stress is 0.
Every power is shoe based.
Mm-hmm.
It
My
is.
stress goes
Yeah,
to
if
It's
you
worth
zero.
it.
overindulge, it goes to 0.
Cool. And then I have no coin. Fantastic.
Yay.
That's just how I love
Alright.
being. Hold on, I have one more. I know we took so long with me to do that. Can I guess I'll work on my long-term project just by talking more with the gutter snipes. Especially the girl.
Oh, Zamira.
Break that glass
Zamira,
ceiling.
trying to make her understand the ways that we can kind of do things.
Sorry, try to
Hey,
find her.
next time that junkie tries to beat you up, you can do this, and then it's not your problem anymore.
You just
Yes,
shoot him in the
it's not
face.
your
That's how we
problem
handle all these
anymore.
things. That's
Or no, just like you run by this shop. This dude inside knows what to do, and this will be.
Yeah.
Or if you give
More so, I think it's like the calculating, like, and then like looking into a mirror is sort of Maribel's what was doing.
Your potential replacement.
you're training mini slide. Right. Let's.
Yep. Yeah. So that's my. Is that a different project? If I'm specifically working with Samira.
I kind of feel like it is.
Okay, that's fine. I want to train a protege.
Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure what to attach to the end of that one yet, because I feel like it builds towards something.
Okay.
Whether that's an upgrade to the gutter snipes or Zamira becomes a separate cohort that has a different ability or something.
We can talk on it, but we can start a clock.
we can stick a clock down for it anyway.
Look at all the clocks.
Clocks. Well, we are on the
So
clock
many
page.
clocks.
Mm-hmm.
If only I got back to the truck in time before Mike saw his mistake, and then we'd really know how messed up we was. How bad is it?
Half of them actually aren't even that interesting on that screen. It's like, oh, have the firefighters managed to put out the big ass fire yet? Like,
Can I use sway as my role?
yes.
Risky doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
Standard
doesn't matter for downtime actions.
Bonus die.
Yeah, I don't think so. No. 6. Wow, yeah, no, she's a quick study, right? Like,
awesome. Hell yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, people are dumb. The things you're saying make sense. I understand what you mean.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
They are. They are. Okay, sorry for taking so long, y'all.
No,
that's wrong.
All good.
Oh, we're gonna do something stupid.
Oh, good.
Wait.
Yes.
You always want the last one in the crew to start off with. All right.
Well, I think there's still like an extra action too from Maribel.
Yeah, there's one action that I kind of want to take.
I do have the extra action for someone to use.
Yeah.
I have an action that I kind of want to take, but I gotta talk to Mike about it first.
Well, go ahead.
No, we'll wait.
That's gonna be good.
Let's see how bad
so
first. Let's see how bad Griffith.
Let's see what this is, because I'm looking forward to this.
Griffith's been sitting, and there was 2 lines of thoughts that he was having while everybody else was doing their thing. He was just sitting at the shop while watching everybody do their thing, and he's like, you know what? I can either go track down this bounty hunter that is apparently tracking my wife, or I can start doing some kind of tracking or spying on Mr. Skurlock. And he flipped the coin times because he's a gambler, and it landed a few times on let's go look at Skurlock Manor and try to find weak points to get into Skurlock Manor to get the heart. So he would like to take a roll to Skurlock Manor and see if we can find weak spots to get into his place, because he doesn't want to die.
I love it. While we're all going out, like, I gotta take a rest. He's like, I'm not taking no rests. I gotta get this figured out.
It's playing into my reckless also. Like, it's
Totally.
reckless. Like, I should not be going to a character's place. But I'm like,
yeah. So.
Oh.
All right, like I'm 50-50 between that falls into that acquire asset area that we were just talking about with Katrina a couple minutes ago about Maribel. For like, acquiring asset of like information about the house and the manor house and all that kind of stuff. And also like that could almost be something where if you needed it in a flashback during the score, like that's also something you could do then. In case you wanted to like.
I was hoping it was part of.
Like that way, because that way it would free up your downtime action for like if you said, I want to train something and put the XP into an attribute score kind of deal, instead of.
Okay.
Because it can go into acquire asset, but the outcome from that's going to probably be fairly limited, and I don't want you to lose out on your downtime action to do something that's going to be more productive for you. For sure.
All right.
Because if you want to scout around that area, that's also something that when it's not a downtime action and it's like just spending time in the city, like that's also something there.
So what would I do for that one? Would that just be the same thing, spend coin, or is
that like that would just be like when we switch into that kind of section where it's like talking to people and finding out what's going on. Like then, you can kind of go around and check out that neighborhood and try to scope out the.
Okay, then I will save that for that, and I will train in Prowl because we have Prowless.
Yeah, so, if you train in Prowess, you get to check 2 boxes in the Prowess track.
Okay. So that would be the first thing I do. Do I have to roll for anything? Like, do I have to roll
Nope.
to see, or is that okay?
Nope, you just get to check 2 boxes in that prowess track, and you're good.
And there's some I want to somehow add stress so I don't screw myself because I want to take. I'm at 5. I was like, man, I gotta get some.
Come
So
on, water's fine.
I like to gamble, but man,
He's like, no, I know what goes on under that water now.
yeah, I was like, I've seen too much in the last couple of weeks. Actually, no. You know what? Yeah, let's risk it. He's reckless today. He's not feeling it. So he goes, yeah, let's head down to Spock's dice game. He's kind of in a pissy mood just because of everything that's going on, and he's just trying to forget it.
Yeah.
You know, so he doesn't even say hi to the bartender. He just walks straight to the back. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody. It's been a bad day. I'm just
I
here to
think
lose my money.
Cobb sees you come in, starts to pour the drink, and you ignore him and like just walk past, and like you catch like, who pissed on your parade? Like as you go into the back, like.
Fog, you have no idea. I'll sit down and like, deal me in or whatever, because I've ever played die. All right, let's see what happens.
No,
here.
they're wrapping up around a dice, and it's like, ante up and put your chips or wherever you need to do it, so you can like get into the game. Yeah.
All right. No bonus die.
No.
God bless America.
Did you do it too? Did you do it too?
Oh my God!
No.
Oh, the moral of the story is never indulge your vice when you have 5 stress.
I should have just did something else.
Oh.
Okay.
So.
We roll really well when we're by ourselves.
You should take the heat, because we can clear it now. You do you though, because like
Yeah, I mean Griffith's there.
I made decisions that affected the groups as well. So
I think it's maybe like you're pissed off and you're like, I'm getting this money, and like you kind of push too hard on it, and it's like, no, there goes my money, and not in a way where it's like, oh, I've screwed up my coin, but like you're pissed off with yourself because it's like, if I would have done it different, I wouldn't have lost that.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, you overindulge. Do you attract trouble with another entanglement? Do you brag and gain heat? Do you wander off on a bender? Or do you like freak out at the table and Spog's like, you're not coming here anymore?
Angry Griffith would be like the last one, but he likes his dice game, and that's actually been a really good recruiting place for us. So, I just get trouble. Or I brag and show him my tattoo. That's the one I'm kind of, or not tattoo, my claw mark. Like somebody's finally like, what is really wrong? I was like, you see this? I am now apparently property of a demon now. I'm having a bad
and
day.
you've got like the mark down your forehead and stuff too. It's like, I mean, it's possible to like,
So yeah, I brag. Let's say I brag.
Okay.
So we get the heat.
Yes.
Okay, so that is 5 heat on the crew right now. There are still 4 before it rolls over into another wanted level. So there's Rome.
He leaves defeated. He's like, this has been one of the worst days ever.
Yeah, and I think the like the other main person who's at the table is Scannon, like the rage. And he probably does like go a little farther in terms of like being pleased with himself over taking the winnings off the table than he probably should be. Like that certainly doesn't help the situation at all.
God damn it, you lucky I like you right now, Scanning. God, just get up and leave.
Yeah, he will probably say, "Give Hutch my regards."
Yeah. No.
And then be like,
Hey,
all this money.
God damn it.
1, 2.
I feel like Mike's baiting Griffith into actually just slamming his knife down. I'm like, no, we're going to play again. But Griffith's going to be the bigger Kakarosi here and walk away and take a hit from a pipe or something. Like, just like stand out in the drizzle and be like, be depressed right now. He's a sad shark.
Shark.
Sad shark. It's like Jaws when he couldn't get that guy. You know, he just was kind of sad about
He
it.
ate half the back of that boat and still couldn't get him.
Well, I guess in that case, he didn't have a chance to be sad. That's what he did with the bang.
So,
Um,
are we going to take the heat down? Or are we going to use that extra?
yeah, so there's still one
more.
more action in play there. So.
I can do it if we want, unless someone else has.
My bad idea is not technically a downtime action.
Oh.
Just kind of the thing that can happen, maybe.
I can take down some heat. Because like the both of you kind of sounds like you kind of pissed off your. Well, no, I guess Griffith, you didn't really piss off your place.
No, but I did brag, so you could run interference. Like he's just a little upset, he's seeing things, or you could make something up to try to get the whole he's possessed by, or he's got a demon bargain or something like that. Try to take that off because that would interest other people. It's not necessarily the blue coats we need to worry about. It might be other gangs.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah. If you go bragging about like, we took the heart of a demon, or I'm marked by a demon, like a fire demon who did this to me, and like these other dudes stole the heart of a fire demon, and they're gonna like take notice if they start hearing about other people talking about fire demon stuff. They're like, the wraiths might start to
put pieces together.
But things may start to orbit one another, right? Like,
So I think that Styx here, or Ohm, is to kind of take down all the heat that we've got. Because we have a heat from a couple of sources. We have heat from what you just did, kind of outing the fact that we're involved with this demon, and also heat just from the wraiths, because we did a big op.
Oh yeah, like somebody broke into their place, and like one of their dudes like just totally disappeared.
Right.
Poor guy. He got drunk and just wandered off.
Yeah.
One of their boats is missing, because didn't we actually steal one of their boats to send him out there?
When you were in Silk Shore on like one of like the lower levels, when you went into the district, there might have been like a missing, if seen please call, like sign up, like tacked up to like a post.
Yes.
Like in the middle of all the other, like, someone stole my cart,
right.
our gondola was missing. It's like, if you see my daddy, will you like
I think what I'm gonna do, because in that missing please call, did they have like maybe his photo or the name of the guy or something along those lines?
There's definitely like a name, and then I don't know if it would be like a full-on photo that they would be able to like reproduce, but like, there's like a drawing or something that's it's accurate enough that you can figure out it's definitely that guy.
Yeah. Okay. So all right, Ohm kind of sees this and understands they're looking for this guy, that sort of thing. I think Ohm is going to take his mask, the guy's face, his mask, and load his face up and go go about the business of making him clearly damaged goods. Like, he's been missing. He needs to reemerge, like, on a bender, knock over some stuff. He needs to, like, set something on fire or something like that. He needs to, like, kind of be damaged goods for the Wraiths. So the Wraiths are like, we're going to take that little sign down. We don't want to find out what happened. So, yeah, I think that Ohm is going to go wreck some stuff with this guy's face while they're doing it.
We get another scene like over by the bridge where like you guys were at before going over there to their headquarters. There's like the guy who has like the wheeled cart that like serves hagfish stew, like
Yeah.
like knocking it over, like the fuel tank burns everything.
My cabbage.
Yeah. And whatever the guy's name is, like Francis, right? Francis doesn't like this, and like just smack stuff, and then pushes somebody like they're about to go off the bridge, and then just make sure that that this area is in like acting drunk, that sort of thing, just so it's obvious that Francis was here. We saw his face, right? Sort of, right? They'll describe a face that kind of looks like the thing. That's all
It
I
looks
really
just
need.
like the drawing. It looked like exactly
a
like
lot
the
like
drawing.
the drawing. Yeah. And it'll be something about how, oh gosh, did we get the other guy's name?
Which
I
The
don't think we named him.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know if we did. Yeah, I don't know. If we
Yeah.
named him.
So I don't think we did. So either way, it'll be it's gonna be, he does this, and then this guy Francis is gonna like storm off into the alleyway or something like that, and make a bunch of ruckus back there.
Okay.
So yeah, how do I actually clear heat? Do I just roll a skill, and then?
Yeah, you make an action roll, and then based on that, we clear a number of ticks off of the heat meter.
Cool. So it's controlled and standard effect, right? So I'm just rolling the.
Yeah,
cool.
it's downtime actions where we don't really mess.
Perfect. No bonus die. There we go.
Scannon's picture still popped up on my thing, so he's just staring into my soul over here, just looking caught off guard.
Oh, I hide that stuff, dude. I don't. Oh.
I'm just wondering how this fella could have looked caught off guard for like the minute and a half that it took for that photo to take, right? Like, it wasn't a quick process.
Yes. So a 4 is a partial success, and it clears 2 off of the heat meter. So
okay. Perfect.
At least I have. Yes, clear 2. Cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Their face continue to head value, which is all I need.
Okay.
Yeah, and they I basically took off what Griffith just put on, right? We're back down to where we were. Do we need to clear more heat, friends?
You have 3, and the meter goes up to 9.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
All right, as long as the next operation does not include like a multiple murder situation.
How much heat can we really pick up on?
When we go into a vampire's tea room,
we're gonna die. Like if something requiring heat
whatever happens,
comes up,
it's gonna be pretty quiet. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be quick.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be us on that end of heat.
Right.
It's not driving a bomb into a warehouse.
No, just having tea.
Okay.
Y'all having tea.
Yeah.
I may or may not be there.
I'll have tea with the most powerful person in town. Sure.
There's several most powerful people.
Yeah, single person. Yeah.
It's just like one dude by himself. I'm pretty sure that's the most concentrated power in the city, maybe.
Yeah. Well, there's also like the Lord Governor of Duskfall in the city too.
I just don't think he's got the same like fight in him, though.
Yeah, his fight isn't so much like, oh, everybody should be terrified to come see me. His is like, yes, come see me with my like 200 Imperial soldiers.
Right.
It's not like this one dude's gonna slaughter everybody. Yeah, so is that a good time to take a break for a couple minutes for everybody? Then we can come
That
back
would
and
be
do
great.
in the city kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Now we have some extra viewers tonight. So folks who are just tuning in, we're going to take a little break, probably a 10-minute break, right? That's kind of our norm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Before we do, though, I want to say that we are sponsored by Legend Keeper, and we love to give away licenses to Legend Keeper, which is a web-based world tracking, world building tool, campaign tracking tool. It's what we use to track this game and all of our characters and all the stuff that we're working on, and like where our turf is versus the bad guys and all that stuff. So this is a pretty fun tool to use. It's, again, all web-based, really powerful. You and a bunch of your friends can all world build together. You can give permissions to some, others just view. There's a whole bunch of like controls around that. And think of it like Google Maps plus Wikipedia, but it's only for your world, right? And it's just really, really good at that. And so we're going to be giving away a beta key access to that to get to be entered in to win. What should our word of the night be?
Scared.
Overindulge.
Indulge.
Yeah.
Indulge. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So indulge in the chat. So I tossed an indulge. Throw indulge in the chat for a chance to win a beta key to Legend Keeper. Again, really powerful tool. Once you're in there, you can have all of your worlds, invite all of your friends, let them co-create your D&D game or your Blades in the Dark game or what have you. Just really, really powerful stuff to like help you wrangle your whole story into one place, and it's just really great at that. So we will come back, and at the end of the break we will give away a copy of Legend Keeper.
Cool. And can we toss the donation link in chat here again in a second?
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to go give to the Bale Project, you can go do that too. Come on, help us make David Dapp.
That's the only, and
Indeed.
support a good charity.
Help get some folks out of jail.
That too.
Indeed.
You know,
Business
I
deal.
suppose
Awesome.
that should really be the focus. But
Awesome. Thank you, Remulus.
Cool.
Little more indulge in the chat, and we'll see if we can give this thing away. All right.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll do a break, and we'll be back, right?
Yep. About
Yes.
10 minutes or so. So we'll see everybody then.
Awesome.
Boop. Cool. Hi. How you doing, everybody? Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
You were warned this time.
That's right. We were warned
Yay.
on the back end that we were going to go live, which is pretty great of you to do.
It's totally different.
It's like a
for
fun
us.
game we play. It's
Looking
like,
at
Yeah.
chat, Remulus, welcome. Thank you for
Yay.
indulging with us. I will get you your copy of Legend Keeper, bro.
Hey.
Remulus is a bud of mine, so thanks, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
So yeah,
Cool
Legend
Kids
Keeper
Club.
is yours. Yeah, and prepare to be obsessed with this thing because it's like, I don't know. I think I'm in like 15 games in it now. It's ridiculous. It's so good.
Mhm.
Yes. So, Blades in the Dark, city, nighttime. We've gone around. We've done some downtime actions. I don't know why that's funny. I'm just trying to get us back moving.
City, nighttime, moving forward. It's like it just really culminates the entire setting. It's like you're in the city. It's nighttime. When is the daylight? Never. For reasons.
Also, ghosts. That's
Murderous ghosts.
yes.
I love it. Okay, sorry,
Um,
I didn't mean to distract us.
Oh, actually, no, sorry, never mind. I'm confusing myself with something else that changed anyway. Okay. Yes. Yes. So we've done downtime, and we can spend some time wandering around the city and seeing what's going on. Just getting the word on the streets. So I'll go to the GM clock screen, and none of the rest of you get to see, so I can remember what all has changed. 'Cause I never
Sad
tell everybody about
face.
it. I know.
Sad face.
I think one of the things that you do notice wandering around Crowsfoot is that there are more members of the Red Sashes out in the streets. Like the Red Sashes took over as being in charge here, and it seems like there are more people dressed in their colors with red sashes, obviously, um, on the streets than there were before. So they have recruited some more people, it sounds like, and they're pretty big at this point. Um, I think you will actually also hear word on the streets as you're like, kind of going about your business, you're eating somewhere, where you'll catch a little snippet of conversation over your shoulder, that Mylar Clev almost died, but that he's recovering now.
Woo.
So,
Hmm.
and that the fire is still mostly contained. So
Okay.
that's good.
So, do we know what almost killed him?
I think if you ask around on the streets, and especially with where like you talk to chemically people, like apothecary types and stuff like that, you would probably end up hearing that he had gotten into a sword fight when there was like the night with the bombs, um, and that whoever had stabbed him had used a poisoned weapon. So it was touch and go, and it came really close to actually killing him, but he did survive.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, you go out to dinner, or that's where like you hear it in the background. And as you're leaving, like kind of up on the ledge, like the second story of the building across the street, you see that little metallic cat going on about
We
its
all
business.
see it? Or just the
Whoever
one?
was there for dinner, which can be all of you.
Dine together like a family.
I mean,
Just, over to the pub that was nearby to get something solid.
mhm.
No, we're
I
like,
would imagine
come
Maribel
back
doesn't
from.
like to be seen with us too much.
All right.
Okay.
Slumming it.
So, shut up, y'all.
No, I think actually
Uh,
for Maribel, I think when you were when you went to the Dusk Club, because you went to do your vice,
yeah,
that when you
and I did it well.
yes, very well, little too well, yeah. When you were there, there's like always that person at the door who's like, oh, Swelker, I'll take your coat for you. They
Mhm.
were actually bringing someone back their cloak, and they were bringing back like one of those cloaks with like the huge hoods in that Imperial City style. We were there.
Oh. Did I notice who it was going to? Do I?
Um, no, I think they took yours and they put it into like the coat check, and they took that one and they went into like the high roller VIP section,
Okay,
because of course they did, right?
of course.
But it's not a common local style. We'll put it that way.
Good to know. Maybe we have something in common. But going back to that cat-like thing,
Yes.
this is the second time I've seen it. And it
I think
looks
everybody has seen it at
unusual,
least
right?
once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's sitting up on that ledge, and you guys come out, and it kind of like gets up and like goes off the ledge down to the corner of the building and goes around the corner. So.
Have you guys seen that cat thing? It's unusual.
Is that what that is?
Sure.
Isn't its isn't its head like encased in something, like some sort of like glass bowl with a bunch of smoke?
It's like
It's
having
myst-
if you had a cat with no tail, if its entire body was like metallic, like little
Mhm.
piston-y driven stuff, every now and then it has some little vents around like where the neck meets the shoulders that like vent little puffs of like steam smoke kind of thing, and it has no neck or head, and instead there's like a it's probably around the size of like a pool ball, like a if you were playing pool, like the balls,
Yeah.
where it's a glass sphere full of like semi-luminous light blue mist.
Mm.
So it's Mysterio's cat from Spider-Man. That's what we did it with. Mysterio.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Nothing's wrong. It's good.
Gentlemen, would you like to go for a walk?
Yes.
Sure.
Will you?
Yeah.
Will you lead us, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Follow that cat. Let's
see what this little thing's taking us to. Let's see here. We're gonna do. Let's see.
So
We
are we just making Griffith do this, or is this like a group hunt to keep track of it and try to follow it?
I mean,
You're gonna ask that question.
I can certainly keep an eye out. I have survey, but I don't.
Griffith can hunt and we can prowl.
I'm doing pretty well on the prowl. So I think what I'd like to do is like dash into the shadows and be watching my crew to give me signs of like where it is as I try and sneak up on it.
So I think we need to all pick one approach if it's going to be a group action.
Okay.
Is it be a group, or are you guys gonna let me do this on my own?
I'll just follow along.
Okay.
I feel like if it's hunting, like none of us. Does anybody even have hunt?
Griffith has some.
Yeah, like Griffith has it, and so it's like we don't have anything to contribute. So I think it'd just be Griffith doing it, and then us trying to keep up with Griffith.
I get a +1. I'm looking at my scout thing I took. It's like when you're gathering information on a location or a target, you get a +1 effect. Like I'm gathering information on a target or tracking a target. Would that give me my plus effect on that?
Sure.
Okay.
I can give 2 stress to give him a die.
It's 1 stress if you give him
1
a die.
stress to give you a die.
What are we in? Control or desperate?
I think this is risky. Like it's not super dangerous for you to be doing this. You're not super outclassed, but like it's small and it's like nimble and it's elevated. It's like it's bopping around and jumping and all that kind of good stuff.
So what we say, great effect then?
Yeah, especially with your scout upgrade.
Okay.
Cerberus also like faster than anything.
Yeah, so this actually would be I would like to make that argument of it being an extreme effect. I got Cerberus and I got that scout.
Okay.
Thank you, Ethan. Yeah.
And then a bonus die from me.
Yep.
For pointing it out, I guess.
All right.
It's over there. Yeah.
Well, let's follow it. Hey!
Here we go. Hey! Come here, you little shit.
So are you trying to just like follow it wherever it goes, or are you trying to like pin it down and capture it? Are you what's
I want to follow it.
What is success here? Yeah.
I want to follow it wherever it goes. Like I want to make sure. I want to know where it came from and what is it doing.
Okay. I mean, there's
at least
like
know where it's coming from. Yeah, I want to know where it's coming from.
Right. Then we get like the like extended montage of like like the suspenseful music and like the like there's like no actual voices, but it's like you see people mouthing words and pointing things, and like everybody's running and climbing over things.
Like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Or Ghost in the Shell, whichever one.
The Ghost in the Shell. I was also gonna say like Ocean's 11 theme songs, like when the case in the
Casino.
So, you know,
Yeah.
thank you.
I don't know. I also like
Words.
Jagos's suggestion that this is the part where Yakety Sax plays. Um,
Yeah, it
Hey,
goes.
that's more Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it keeps going through the city. It goes east across Crow's Foot to Charter Hall, and then it goes across Charter Hall, where like it's on like basically like a biggish road in Charter Hall, so there's people that it's stuck between. It's not like climbing up stuff, but like you just follow it through there. And basically it goes all the way over until it does kind of like, up the steps at Skurlock Manor.
Fuck. All right.
Interesting. So we are certainly being watched. Fantastic.
What does... I would like to do a study while we're here to
Okay.
try to find weaknesses into this place. Seeing how we ended up here anyway, why not just take a look around?
Okay, yeah. I mean, we're here. We can take a peek. I'm
This is how
trying to
we-
find the
this
map
is
that
how
actually
we-
is. Is it
I
in?
mean, we're here.
This
Give us
is
the heart.
what we're doing. If we're gonna keep running this scroll film,
I mean,
I'm gonna go get us a bit of a trump card.
Oh,
Sorry, I was trying to find where that actually is, and he does end up leading you like all the way to the easternmost edge of the city. There's the east edge of Six Towers, and then there's the Dosk River, or the Great, no, not the Great Canal, different map. I think it's the Dosk River, and then there's the Lightning Wall, the east side of the Lightning Wall around the city. So like there's that
Live, live,
crackling,
live.
flickering light over that like casts light over Skurlock Manor in the grounds.
you said a trump card, Milos.
I got some friends that I need to see. I'll be back.
Why don't we reconvene
No,
at the shop?
No.
Okay.
you'll do what you gotta do here.
Be careful.
Always.
all right.
I don't think that we should spend a lot of time here, y'all.
Well, so again, I'm using Scout.
We're using.
Well, I'm using Study, but I'm wondering if my Scout perk can also work into this. Because now I want to try to get up high somewhere and camouflage to get that extra D1 die. Or is that only
So
preparation?
I think Scout counts for giving you the extra effect.
Okay.
You're not necessarily hiding as the process of scouting it out. Right. If you were trying to hide on the
If I was
ground
trying
and do
to-
something, then you would get the extra die.
Yeah, if I was taking a long time to scout, I guess that's how that would work. So, okay, yeah. All right, then, yeah. Study.
Okay.
I'm going to say, do I want to click that desperate?
Of course you
You're
do.
the one that's about to die from whatever.
I am kind of, yeah. Like,
Oh, remind
Yeah.
me to come back to that after this too. Yeah.
oh, lovely.
Mike.
Sorry.
Lovely.
I really
Can
got to
I
make
get
myself a
great
bullet
effect?
list up front.
Can I get
yeah.
my great effect on this?
Is it
See, all right.
desperate and great?
Yep, desperate and great.
Okay.
Let's make it. All right. Fuck it. We're already here. I want to listen to Devil's Bargain. We're already here. We're already here. You guys can leave.
I plan on it actually with So like while you're doing this thing, Maribel has taken
Are we masked up while you're doing this? Are you masked up? I should ask while you're doing this.
I don't think we were.
No, because we were at dinner, so no.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
No.
So when Ghost goes to do whatever the hell he's doing, I'm going to take Maribel takes Ohm's arm, like locks arms with them, and they go for a walk. I'm just gonna walk.
We're just
walk
gonna
around the
hang
neighborhood.
out here in the nice haunted district of Six Towers. It'll be great.
Well, I'm gonna roll a survey roll here in a bit, but you
Yeah.
know that's later.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, the devil's bargain is that we know that the wraiths stole that thing to get in good with Lord Skurlock, and there's like a couple wraiths coming to visit. Like they will see people here like poking around the neighborhood. Like, this person's
we're gonna do
pacing the perimeter of the grounds.
Go ahead and do it. Here we go. Got a 5. I'll take it. So
Desperate,
much
mixed
better
effect.
than. Got a 5.
So right, like it's a great effect. It's a great effect that like it's a mixed effect, so like it kind of comes down to being standard, right? And the standard is that the manor house itself is set back a little bit, and there is like a front steps way in, but there's also a dock because it's on the river on that side of the city that comes up the stairs at the back, and like all the rest of the grounds are like a huge like 8-foot hedge maze.
All right, so there's the docks
you
in the
can
back.
you can go in through the front. You can hop the fence and go into the hedge maze, or you could go around to the docks, come up the stairs in the back, and go through the hedge maze and try to get into the house.
Okay, all right. I take those notes, kind of write them down, and then I get out of there and whatever. And
yeah, I think there's a couple guys there who like they probably are masked up. Like they're like, oh, we were approaching our place, and like here's a dude here, and like the plague doctor masks are down, and there's what are you doing here? Like,
admiring the architecture. We got problems.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. No, they do not trust you. They do not believe that that's what you're doing. They'll try to. So they'll try to stop you, which you can resist. They'll be like, no, screw you guys, I'm out. Or they'll stop you and you can do something.
What do we have? We have Prowl. I should really get more into skirmish. I really should. Let's see here. Can I use Prowl to try to get away? As in trying to slink into the shadows? Like let's say they push me, and then
you can use Prowl to try to slip out of there. Slip past them and duck down an alleyway and kind of cut out a view and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha. So.
Probably use service to run interference too.
We're risky or desperate because they've made me. They've kind of made me. So we in
a. That's risky.
Okay.
Right.
Submit standard effect.
Yeah.
Does. All right. Submit. I'm gonna pay 2 stress to get that bonus die. Not 2 bonus die, 1 bonus die.
Yeah.
Submit. Got it. Thank you.
Yes.
Bonus die was worth it.
Yeah, that's what saved me on that
one. Yeah, they're there. They like try to they try to one of them tries to grab your arm kind of deal, and you just kind of give them the slip and take off down an alley, and they end up losing track of you. You go stomp into a puddle and you parkour over a fence, and they all right, fuck it, he's not worth the effort, right? They're we'll make a note of this for later, but we don't really care that he's here. So did put up the Six Towers map just to mark out where Skurlock Manor is there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah. So Ohm and Maribel. Well, do you want to do Ohm and Maribel, or do we want to do Milos? Who wants
I
to
think
go?
Maribel's faster, maybe.
Okay. It might be. Yeah.
This will take.
I put my arm through Ohm's,
Mhm.
and suggest that we continue our walk casually around the neighborhood and then back out.
Okay.
Just to keep an eye open.
All right. And are you scouting out and surveying and that kind of thing, or?
Surveying, yeah.
Okay.
I'll toss a stress to assist.
Cool.
I have 2 in survey. Do you have?
I have a little bit, but go ahead.
Position,
Risky.
effect,
Standard.
bonus die. 4, 4, 5.
4, 5. Okay, so mixed results. I think you will definitely pick up that like parts of the manor house are like the manor house in general. It's old and it's not super well maintained. Like there's a lot of things that aren't straight lines that once upon a time would have been straight lines, right? Like
Okay, yeah.
there's a lot of like crumbling facades and like your warped wood and stuff like that. Especially which is kind of par for the course here in Six Towers, but this is also like this is really old construction even for here. I think you can tell that you can see lights in some part of the building and not others, and you can kind of pick up on like not all of the building is in frequent use. And I think you can also pick up that there is some place back in the hedge maze that there is like flickering light from.
Okay.
And I think the catch there is that like you hear like you hear the scuffle with Griffith at the Wraiths. And after Griffith ditches them, they come back and they catch sight of you and over there. And I think they kind of half follow you like that like quarter block behind for a while.
Cool.
So yeah.
I think we just play it. Oh, go ahead, David.
I was gonna say, I would very much like to do something about that.
We Takaroshi
I
just
was
don't
just
leave
gonna open
things
up my
alone.
parasol and keep walking, but feel free.
Us Takaroshis do not leave things alone.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'd love to like duck into an alley and set up some kind of like real quick trap. And I don't want to harm them. I just want to like cover them in garbage so that whatever meeting they were about to have cannot happen.
Okay.
Nice. Good plan.
Because they're going to smell like shit and they're going to have to go home and get cleaned because they're not going to meet this girl like now. They're going to be late.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your choice, right?
All
Like,
the
are
way
you going to
back
be
to
late?
Silk Shore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So yeah, like it'll be pretty obvious, you know, like a quick dash into an alley, you know, to like incite their like chase instinct. Like, oh, it's on, desperate. I gotta run. And then it's just gonna be like grabbing, you know, a pile of refuse and a trash can or something and hoisting it in a way that in just a moment it's gonna come hurling down, you know, covering them in stuff.
Of course, I carry this like spring-loaded tripwire thing with me to just zip it across the way.
Yeah,
Hook it
whatever I
onto
gotta
the
do.
trash can. Yeah, of course I got that. Like
Yeah. But
does Maribel like break down and head on that alley at the same time? Like, you guys have a fair lead on them, right? Like they're gonna
but
have
I'm
to
not
pick up that distance.
Yeah, I'm not participating in any
You're
trash
not,
shenanigans.
I'm not handling
no.
any garbage. No, that's
No. But I will go down the alley. So.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, that's good. Is like find the way out while I'm like doing this. Hopefully, there is one while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you should really freak him out and put the mask on with the good dude's face.
Mhm.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you guys, you break down the alley and you hear them back behind you. It's like they're making a break for it. Like you hear them like footsteps in the puddles and stuff like that as they start trying to like run to try to catch up to where you made your break for it.
Awesome.
But yeah, you can make your roll.
Awesome. I would love it to be Tinker, to like fast build something real quick. And it doesn't need to be all that precise. Is this desperate or risky? Like I'm definitely risking getting caught. But I don't know if it's desperate.
Do you want the XP?
I do kind of,
doesn't?
but also like I didn't want to force it, right?
Yeah, no, if you want it to be desperate, it certainly can be.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I spend a little extra time getting it just right. Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I mean it's
Can I
a particularly
assist?
narrow alley and like the way out is kind of difficult and yeah.
Right.
And yes, yeah, Maribel can definitely assist.
There you go.
Awesome. Standard effect.
Yes.
And I get a bonus die from Maribel. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. I don't want no devil's bargain. We have been paying for this devil's bargain for the last several rolls, so I'm just gonna like leave it at the one we got, and I'm gonna submit on this. Hey, there we go.
Yay!
Oh, full success. Yes. Yeah, you set it up as soon as they round that corner. It's like the trash can just like cracks them straight in the face. It's something out of like Home Alone. They
I
land
just need the
flat on their
trash. I need the
backs in
trash
street.
just crack them in
Yeah.
the face. The trash can go past them. I don't care. But
Yeah.
at the end of the alley, right before I duck back, they see their friend's face staring back at them, and it's just very still, and then it winks out into blackness,
Yeah. Perfect.
and then I'm gone.
I can dig it. Yes, and
Boy, we got up
everybody's
to
free
some
to make their way
hijinks
back
in
up there.
30 seconds.
No,
We went
that's
to
some
0 to
that's some-
100 real
that's
quick.
some haunting right there. That's he disappeared, and I swear I saw his face at the end of that alley. What did you do to him? What did you say to him? This is all like Ohm planting little seeds about their missing friend.
Right. So, Milos,
Yeah.
I assume you're headed to night market.
Yeah. I thought it was over by the grotto. Is where we put it. So it's
Well,
like a
there's
big body of
the
water.
grotto is in night market. It's on the Dosk River.
Oh, okay.
It's on that east side of the city.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was right over by Skurlock Manor.
It's south from where Skurlock Manor is.
Okay. Yeah.
On the east
And
side.
that's where I'm heading. I'm heading there
Sorry, it's not the Dosk River.
Meet
That's
my-
the mist.
to meet
The
my
mist that
pals.
runs down
My
the east
best-
side of the city. Yeah.
my- Not my best buds. My buds, friends, acquaintances.
My fellow worshippers. Yeah, I mean that's the grotto entrance is like kind of down and out of view. You have to climb to like little wet, slick wooden stairs to kind of like make your way down and around and into the cave mouth where there's like this kind of floating pontoon rectangular dock kind of thing out there. I think it's probably pretty quiet out there right now. Like I don't know if the like do you want to go there when people are there, or do you just
I
like
don't. I don't know that maybe. I
you're
don't
there
know
by
that maybe
yourself?
anybody else is there. I think it's.
Okay.
I think it's a very like just him against the thing.
Him and the
He'll,
inky black void of the water. Yeah.
Right, but he'll kind of like step up to where he's supposed to dive in and
Hmm.
just be like, "Well, you've been fed. Friends and I keep getting into waters too deep for us to swim in. How about a little tit for tat, huh?" And then he'll just kind of dive in. There's nothing else.
All right. I think you dive in and you swim down, and it's kind of like before, where like you get down to the part where like the bubbles stop coming out of your mouth because you're like kind of out of breath down here. Um, then like you get that, you know, the big glowy eye opens, and then we kind of get that view of you like looking into it, and like from behind you we get that little black tendril that like kind of bloop into the back of your head.
Yes.
And then I think, yeah, like we get Milos, and like the thing like kind of like, makes contact. Kind of, he's being touched by something beyond. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a
It's
thing.
fun.
Okay.
We'll find out what I pick at the end of the session because I think I at least got 2 XP and that's what I needed. But I will take a trauma, and I think I know
Yeah.
which one it is. I think it's haunted. I think it's haunted. I think it's well and truly haunted.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think you have
So I had to take a trauma for that, but I get some new fun stuff I can play with later. So
good times. Good times.
and I think maybe when he like comes to back on the surface, it might just be like Urana there, like with the little lantern, like who's down here?
Yeah. Yeah, you just like you don't even like remember going back up. There's just like you awake back up there. Like, and there's definitely like a weird textured piece of skin underneath your scalp there. Like you can feel like something weird went on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, plus like you hear all those whispers and everything, and like the voices of gurgling water. Uh, yeah. And then Arana like kind of like breaks the darkness with her little lantern, like, helping you back to your feet, letting you go back about your business. It's dangerous to go alone. Shouldn't be out here by yourself, brother.
And like, yeah, I'm maybe starting to believe you.
Cool.
So that's my thing.
Okay.
Let's meet back up.
All right. Yeah, the other thing that I meant to touch on earlier was the marks on Griffith's arm. I think
Yeah.
Ohm has like all kinds of like little tiny, like calipers and measuring and like doing
Sure.
things and like catching he's based on the amount of it that has healed back up. You will be able to figure out that you have 93 hours total time between the three.
Such a specific amount of time.
Because demon days are 31 hours long, because of course they are, right? So like, and then like it's healed. I don't even know that it's gone like halfway so far. Like maybe it's a third.
Yeah. Okay.
Of one of them.
Okay.
So you've still got like over 3 days of real world clock time versus.
You still have 3 days.
Doesn't make me feel
Fine.
better, Maribel. That doesn't make me feel better.
You have 3 days for us to figure out a solution.
Or 3 days before y'all have to find yourself a new hunter. Either way.
6 to 1, half dozen to the other.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a pleasant way of phrasing that one.
That's one of those moments that's like, can I hit that pipe of yours, cuz? Like, give me the strongest thing you got.
Okay. I'll give him a dose of lure.
Okay, second strongest thing you got.
Oh.
I don't need to be,
Yeah.
I need to be functioning.
Then here you go.
Appreciate it.
I'll just put that lure back in the bucket.
Why do you even have that? Why do you have that?
We stole it.
Why do you still have it?
It might be useful. It is demon blood after all. Potent stuff.
If this goes well, I'll get you a whole bucket full of demon blood.
Please do. Yeah, the heart. This cat is following us.
Mm-hmm.
The heart is in the manor, maybe. I feel like I feel like Skurlock knows we're coming.
I
Agreed.
believe you're correct.
So, is there a way to figure out what Skurlock wants with us before we go knock on his door?
Well, the best way is to go. Can't believe I'm saying this. Is that we got to go and talk to him.
Isn't there another way?
Like I don't want it. Like I'm with next to puffing on the little pipe, and I'm like, you're not wrong, cousin. But
I
short as
think it will be an invigorating time where we will learn quite a lot. But Milos, you said you had a trump card, and now would be the time to present it.
This is just kind of he's been kind of quiet this whole time, just looking. I got something, but you all should hope I don't have to use it.
you good, Milos? You looking a little uncharacteristically shaken.
Remember our little boat ride, Griffith?
Okay. He goes back. Would he?
Griffith will back
Yeah.
me up. It's worth it.
Okay.
If it is it'll be fine, guys. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And he takes a very long drag.
And don't worry, I'm the one paying the price.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I should get back to work. And then goes back to the masks.
Well,
Maribel, for some information, he gets up a little bit and he goes over to the pin map because I feel like
it's our
haven't
thing.
paid attention to it. It's our thing.
Mhm.
And I put a pin on the back door. I was like, in reality, if this thing goes sideways and we have to steal the heart, the easiest way I think to get in is this back door towards the dock. We front door, or we can hop the fence. That's about all the time I got to look at before the race decided to show up.
They are troublesome.
Also, it might be wise if we can steal a couple of their outfits. Seems like they have some kind of pull, just in case we have to go this route.
Looking at the mess, I already have one of their faces.
And you
This
used
is
it
true.
very well.
I can get another.
Not sure what we
They
need to go
normally
through to get
wear
another.
masks.
The same as before. Break in, lure one of them down, paralyze them. You put them on a boat out to the ocean.
Right.
They
But
wake
we
up
end up with a
tomorrow and
face.
row back.
Having learned his lesson.
So
Yeah, he definitely
we
learned his
just all
lesson.
we just all agree with
Yep.
On
Yep.
that. So my desire would to walk in there, say hello, have a conversation.
Do we want to let him know that we tracked his little pet project toy thing?
I'm almost positive that he's already aware. I think.
How do you get an audience with such a creature?
Oh.
On the front door.
Mhm. You sent your card, of course.
Okay.
Works too.
That's how it's done, right?
in fancy circles, of course. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
You send an appointment card. You try to arrange time.
Yep. And that is what we will try to do. At least that is what I would like to do. I'm open to some other suggestions.
I think we start there.
Is this a card of your making? Or may I see it before it leaves?
What do you want to do to it?
Well, there are fine powders that are difficult to see with the naked eye that could be placed on the back of the card. And we might gain information about Skurlock's fingerprints.
Well, I would. Oh, I see why you would like that. I think we must
What you
play
gonna do with
this
his
straight.
fingerprints?
Okay.
This
What you
is
gonna do with the fingerprints, though?
Milos, I don't know if we've had much time to speak with one another, but I am rather obsessed with people's identities.
I've noticed.
So, my apologies. It was an errant idea, of course.
It is perhaps a good idea in a different circle.
I was just kind of looking at his hands.
What good does these do you? Yeah, of
Like,
course.
all right.
so.
Yes, yours are here. And he opens a drawer. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That would be
Just
hilarious.
kidding. Just kidding.
I mean, it wouldn't be a long stretch. We all live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While everybody sleeps, goes around getting fingerprints and hair and nail filings.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm 100% Ohm has a lock of everyone's hair
Well, absolutely.
somewhere.
Ohm absolutely has everybody's face. Absolutely has everybody's face at this point. If at all possible, has everybody's face.
Damn it, Ohm! God. What the hell?
Turn it
How'd
like
you
a nut
unlock
when you
the
got the
door?
mask on.
Maribel,
Yes.
if your plan doesn't work, what do we do next?
If my plan doesn't work, then we will sneak in and steal the heart.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Then I will craft a card with the finest calligraphy and inks and stuff that I have.
Okay.
I might actually go out to buy fancier ones. So
Just
Get the fancy stationery and the extra nice quill.
yes, Demon's Blood is highly sought after, right? Like it's a rich person. It's like a rich thing.
Be like writing a letter in oil.
Yeah.
Crude oil.
It's
Spare
certainly
wood.
not something that's used frequently. I'm not
Mhm.
sure that it's so much a like a luxury item as much as it's
Okay.
just like it's
It's
obscure.
just okay.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Just fancy inks and stationery.
Okay.
And we'll send a fancy calling card. We'll send a fancy calling card to
Yes.
Scarlet.
Okay. Yeah, so like what would you hope for the outcome of doing this to be?
That we'd be invited to tea, because I do not think he'll be coming here.
Does it include instructions for like how to make a response to the card? Or
So
like something that somebody would know?
so my understanding of how these cards worked, like actually in like Victorian Edwardian times, and Regency other periods, was that a card could be sent to let someone know that they'd like to speak with you in either way, and kind of in this aspect, because he's a higher rank than us, you don't ask for them to come down to you.
Oh yeah, no.
You ask to go to them, and that's basically, and I think the language of the cards itself, like the card itself is a invitation. Like it doesn't have to say these are the things. That's just my quick understanding of that history. So the response would be a card back, stating either yes or no, and like the cards themselves could be decorated with different connotations.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Maribel knows these kind of things. You're able to assemble one, you're able to send it, and I think you probably can get back a response.
Just
That's like,
assuming he knows where we live.
Or just the
yeah,
courier
and
that we
that's
send it
what I
with.
was asking. Like there's how that mechanism of exchange works in terms of like, getting an
What's our
answer
mailing
back.
address? Do we have a PO box?
Yeah.
We have a
Well,
drop
if,
under a rock.
Yeah.
I
Place
think
place
in
the card
this,
underneath the rock in the drug den on the corner of.
I think in this circumstance, a courier would be sent.
Okay.
And to remain for a response.
Okay. Yeah, they probably do come back with, it's not like a big flowery thing. Like yours was like, probably like, we realize you're a higher status than us and we're trying to gain audience with you and something. The one you get back is like fairly curt. And it's, yeah, like you're allowed to call on, such and such date between 3 and 3:15 p.m. like yeah, we'll grant you access, but like we're not setting aside a big block of time for you. But there is like, that opportunity to go.
Okay, that's within our time frame. Of ghosts not dying.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to figure out if it was within that time frame or within the like we're coming up on 9:40-ish.
No. The before Griffith bites it.
Before I die, I would appreciate if I have an opportunity to live.
Yes. There is the opportunity to go there, in between that, before that, before the marks all completely heal.
That's what we will prepare for.
Okay.
Oh. Mike, got a question.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And I'm going off of just like regular lore of just fantasy things. Cassia, she's werewolf based, right?
Oh,
How
Casca?
you describe? Yeah, Casca.
I think I was kind of trying to describe her, and I definitely gave her the bad accent of like a horror movie vampire, but she's not undead or anything like that.
Okay.
But no, she was a little more like sharp canines and dark colored eyes and like
That's why I was
bad
going with
Eastern
like
European
werewolf.
accent.
I mean, werewolves have
Yeah,
kin to me.
like somewhere in between, like,
Yeah.
um okay. Like halfway between like Bela Lugosi Dracula and like one of those like that era werewolf movies.
Okay.
As a woman. Yeah.
Is it Teen
I would
Wolf?
like to. I would
is
like to
that
try
the-
to talk to her. I would like.
Okay.
I would like to try. I would like to try to talk to her. If I got to spend coin to do it, I will. Like I know I should have done this, but it just came to me while looking at my friendship list. And I was like, he kind of did make her sound like a werewolf type Taikarosi, so this might actually work out. Let's play to that trope.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, you know where to go to track down bounty hunters, and you know who she is. So like trying to
Right.
like, make a connection and get in touch with her is something you can certainly do if you wanted to. Typically you don't, but that's, just the nature of your friendship, if you want to call it
Yeah.
that.
I'm in a desperate place. So I think I would walk up and be like, "How you doing? I know we've had our differences, but on professionalism, I have a question for you."
She gets a big smirk, and like you can see the fangs. Like, yeah, like this will be good. This will be good. Okay, okay.
Yes. I need to know some information on Lord's. I want to keep saying Skrill Rocks for some reason. Squirrel
Lord
Rock.
Skrillex.
I was
Here
like, I've
comes
been
the
listening to
drop.
Skrillex a lot. I've been listening to a lot of Skrillex lately, so it's like, keep wanting to call him Skrillex. So
Oots, oots,
I
oots,
may
oots.
I may be in a little bit of trouble, and I know you want to collect my head for that sweet bounty back in our homeland. And it would be a shame if I just die. So you help me out, it helps you out potentially in the long run.
She's like, yeah, I want to keep the cherry on top. Let's, let's get your bounty too.
Uh,
I love that groan there, Casey. Just like,
mm,
I don't think I like
gonna
this.
So what do you say? You help a fellow Takarosi out.
What are you actually asking me to do?
Potentially find any other interest parties that might have been doing some spark work for Mr. Vampire. I'll give her the information that I have. I'm going out on a limb here. Let her know what we've kind of discovered and seeing if there's any other things that might give us a clue.
Okay. Um,
And I got nothing other than a tune. So if I got to roll a straight fortune roll, I'll roll it.
no, I think she's got strings attached just from going to her for the contact, so I know there's gonna be things. There's gonna be hell to pay later. Um, so
God,
yeah, there's going to
don't
be
want.
complications from going to her for information later.
Uh-huh.
I think she's also gonna ask for money, like a significant chunk of money, like a coin.
God damn it. Yeah, she can have a coin. Thank God I got two in stash.
She's
That
like,
had one just laying around.
don't worry, I'll pay you back when your wife arrives. Like, yeah, kind of
I'm gonna
stashes that one
kill
away.
you.
Like, yeah.
Why? Just
I think she can definitely identify that there have been like there's probably a gap in time, right? And then like meet back up somewhere. Like she just shows up somewhere that you're at, of course, because it's what she does. She knows where you're at. That's what she's about, right?
right.
Of course. But she can definitely tell you that there's been a number of Sparkcraft builders doing stuff for Skurlock lately. She's not entirely sure what all the projects were. She knows one is complete and there's one that's something that's ongoing.
That
But there's multiple people building multiple parts of stuff, and she's not entirely sure what all of them have to do with.
okay.
She just knows that he's been on a tear lately, and he's been having a bunch of people do Sparkcraft work for him while he's been upset with something.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I would say this was a pleasure, but then I'll be lying. But I do thank you for your information. I'll be seeing you real soon.
Yeah, like anytime, darling.
And I get up and leave before I make an unfortunate mistake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, she sits like in the bar with her back to the wall and waits for you to exit. Like just
Mm.
like no, I'm in the safe spot. Get out.
Can you tell us about any of this?
I do tell you about the information I got. I might not tell you. I haven't decided if I'm going to tell you who I got the information from.
It's he's not interested in us because of the demon heart, or because we've been asking him around about him. He's
The information that I got is from a person who also doesn't like. So I don't think that's going to get back to him.
no,
But
he's. Go ahead.
think about it like this, Maribel. Now we have a even better way in, because we have the expert, and I point over at Ohm, in Sparkcraft, and it seems like he's been using Sparkcraft. A lot of it.
No, Griffith. He wants the masks. He's not following us for any other reason except for he's heard about the masks.
Potentially.
What does an immortal being with masks?
What does your
They can be
existing
used
for-
patron want with the masks?
That's a
They can,
very
they can be used for so many things.
It could be that, but he also apparently there's a project done, and there's another project that's almost done. Now, if we can only take so many guess what one project could be done. Do we know about Basil Boz? Add a character?
No,
I keep
that was-
forgetting
that
that
was
if we don't.
flavor.
No,
was
that
Okay,
was-
schematic.
that was
yeah,
all right.
Terrible
So we
flavor.
don't know.
Yeah.
All
It's
right,
just
let
something
me
for us as players to just steal. For
Yeah.
fun.
You
Okay.
sneak your
have-
way across the field, and there's 8 dudes behind the tree line, but you don't see them yet. What do you do? Yeah, that's
You're gonna grow.
Okay.
So yeah. So look, if the I give you this information, if the conversation starts going sideways, like they're not interested in talking to us, maybe that's our way in. That's our way into is using Ohm and his skill set. If the masks come up in conversation, they come up in conversation. If not, we got it in to a very powerful person.
Yes, but we already have a patron,
Correct.
you recall.
I do.
So just because Scarlock is so powerful doesn't mean the patron is not also powerful. I don't think we want to shop around this technology.
Uh, we gotta take a risk somewhere. I mean, we're already taking a pretty big risk, but like,
Yeah, we are.
I'm also trying to figure out a way not to get. I would love nothing more than to break in and steal this thing and call it a day.
Then
But I'm
don't wear
not.
your mask when you're doing it.
That's where I'm at. I also know that we don't need that kind of heat. That's all
Okay.
I'm trying to do. Trying to give you other options.
And I'm taking them.
Cool. Don't worry about where I got that information from. Just actually, you should probably
Oh.
worry about it.
I am worried about it.
Now that I think of it, but we'll solve that when it comes. Trust
I
me, we'll be good.
I am worried about where you got information, what information you may have given up to get that information, unless it was all coin.
I show her my missing a large amount of money that I've been have. Like, yes, it did cost me a large amount of coin.
Mm-hmm. Did you also tell something you shouldn't have?
I cannot deny. I cannot confirm nor deny that.
Did you drink any no juice? That's yeah.
Knowing completely well that Maribel knows I'm bullshitting. Like, I know she knows. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Like-
That's-
because she can read through lies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
You can tell
passively.
when you're lying. Mm-hmm.
Okay, look, all right. It was the bounty hunter who's been hunting me.
Oh, your other problem.
Yes, but she's from a clan of werewolves, and they have a natural distaste.
Is Milos here? Because I just look at Milos.
Like,
Did you hear that?
I never been so
Look.
gross.
look, we're weird people, okay? We got all kinds of things that happen over there. Maybe if we get out of this and we somehow get off this wretched place, I'll take you to my homeland.
I quite
But
like
it's a
him.
fact.
You fled there, if I remember
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yes, but look,
Just head to the Dagger Isles, maybe. I don't think anyone's got anyone who hates them there, do you? I hear it's lovely this time. Not as lovely as anywhere gets.
and I may have
Yes.
told
Griffith.
I may have told her about the demon heart.
What?
I may have told her about the demon heart.
Why? Isn't this your enemy? Like,
Yeah,
did she threaten you and your
a
wife?
few times.
Maribel is like trying very hard
I
to
know.
keep
I'm
it just
playing that.
like chill. She's trying.
Oh, I
very
know
hard.
what he's doing.
I'm really
He's-
playing this reckless one really well today.
He's keeping his enemies closer, right? That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all a big plan, right, Griffith? Right?
it is a plan.
Yes.
It is a plan.
Is it?
All right.
It is a plan. I never said it was a good plan, but it is a plan.
All right.
No.
Well,
Look, guys, we literally got 3 days before I call it. What do you
No.
expect me to do?
Again, you are making things worse. If you live through this, you have now made everything worse. For yourself. For yourself.
Possibly.
oh man, where's Demas?
No, shh.
Oh, Demas is in prison with a cellmate who is commenting on how, like, hey, I didn't realize there was that much spiraling snake around that tattoo of the web on your arm with, like, the Maisley spider.
Look, guys, I
It
got
is
us some
fine.
good information.
You got what?
I got us some good information.
At what cost?
Hopefully a light one. We'll see.
Griffith, all information costs something.
I'm aware.
Are you?
Very much so.
Right. I think you've compounded your problem.
Probably. He just takes it. He knows he's compounded the problem. He's well aware, but he's desperate.
Right. Maribel's just
Well, I think Maribel
reinforcing.
needs some tea. She seems a bit stressed. Anyone else want some while I'm making it?
Please, Milos. Thank you.
Please and thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
I might take that lure up on that lure, cuz.
Okay. Demon screeching
I-
from downstairs. Great. Everybody's fine.
Maribel.
And none of us go to help you. You have to carry it all up on your own.
Maribel is just going to walk out of this situation and then just like go study Demas's like table of webs to concentrate on something that is not this very infuriating conversation to Maribel.
How do you piss off
And
an information broker? You go gather information on your own.
Go what I'm not paid to do. I'm gonna go do that.
Oh my gosh, Maribel's gonna have an aneurysm before Demas gets back.
Griffith making decisions outside his pay grade. Let's
Oh.
I hope Giagos is having fun. Just
Yeah.
I hope you're having fun, Giagos. While I have an aneurysm.
I'm having fun.
Yes.
This is great. I love watching Griffith play 5D chess in this fucking game. This is great. Like, I'm gonna get the person who wants me dead. I know she wants me dead by her hand, not by something else.
Not
So I'm
myself
gonna
else.
Trade on that. But to trade on that, I gotta like tip my hand a little bit and get all this information and
So
come
bad
back.
I'm not gonna be here next
It's like
week.
I got a lot of good information. It might
Oh,
cost
yeah.
me. It might cost me
Yeah.
my life later down the road, but I'm gonna die either way in his mind. So
Oh
like,
man. Oh man. Well, I mean, now you've bankrolled the woman who's hunting your wife.
Yep.
oh, I know it's all bad.
Yeah.
It's all bad.
Reckless to a
Look, there's a
T.
very easy situation, like a very easy solution. We just kill her and take all the money back and the information, because who's she gonna tell if she's
I
dead?
just gave
She's
her
a
a lot of
werewolf.
blood wolf.
She's a werewolf. What does that even mean?
I know.
It's probably not good for us. When it comes to we'll just whatever to her. She'll smell us coming. She'll rip us from limb to limb. Like we're gonna die.
Look, what a werewolf is in this game is completely up to Mike, because it ain't in the book.
So that's not a thing.
Oh, Maribel's not happy.
You want to
Yeah.
ask me questions about vampires, ghosts, or like weird, like soul-occupied
Automata,
mechanical
yeah.
objects? I can answer those questions. A werewolf?
We'll see.
Empty territory.
Breaks the game.
see.
Breaks the game.
I cannot wait. Yeah.
So
So mad I'm not gonna be here.
we're gonna go meet with the vampire for 15 minutes because that's what we got.
That's all I expected us to get. Like,
But we're gonna not bring any of our masks because we don't want him to like yoink them.
I mean, like when Griffith or when Mike told that to Casey, and then we were told, like, it just makes sense. Like
Right.
that
Right.
word had gotten out.
Yeah, and then he wants our tech. Yeah, and
he's
so
building a
actually, this is a
plasma.
question: when you sent the
That's my guess.
calling card, when you sent the
Mhm.
calling card, did you do it as the faceless or as Maribel?
He's following the faceless.
So we have to show up in masks, right?
I think we have to.
Maybe they're not the full tech ones, like they're just the standard ones without any stuff in them. But I'm not showing up. If he's expecting faceless, I'm not showing up without a mask on.
I mean, I imagine he's been following the faceless, not the rest of us. So
Do
I
we
mean,
wear our
but
mask when we go
wait.
out to the pub?
When we went to the pub, we were not on our mask, and it still followed us. Like
Right.
I don't
He
imagine that we
knows.
just go out
I don't know.
on the town in these masks. I feel like that'd be a bit strange.
No, yeah, we didn't have the masks at the beginning, and
Was it
I
for
don't,
jobs?
yeah. So does he made our identities? Is that our presumption? What I'm asking is, do we need to burn our hideout to the ground and find another neighborhood to live in?
I-
it
That's
just
really
sounds
what
like
I'm
we
asking here.
I
I
mean, it just
just
sounds like
tidied up.
you know, the Wraiths had a lot of space in that tower. Maybe we can just split it with them, right? Like,
Totally.
you know
we'll
what?
take the ground floor and basement. We'll serve drinks, whatever.
If you're right, that followed us as we were leaving without masks, I would have sent it as Maribel.
Okay.
Plus, the Welker name should hold something, at least something.
Why do I feel like we're gonna be indebted?
whatever
to this
Grell
man?
hasn't wrecked.
I
I
mean,
mean, indebted is probably the best case scenario.
yeah.
Like,
When you owe somebody money, they want you to stick around.
Fair enough.
I'll go do some crazy thing for Lord Scroll. That's fun. I'm sure he's got great plans.
Sounds like it. It sounds like he's using SmartCraft all over.
Let's let him make the plan, and then we just work for him for a bit, and then we get the demon heart. It's fine.
That's how
For
it's gonna
bed
work.
being less than 3 days because
It'll-
that's all the time. we
It'll be
have.
great.
I'm not gonna be here next week, so in 2 weeks when I'm back, I'll see what you guys do.
shit. But no,
I was
you're the
like-
one with the trump card.
I do. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Got a spit in your head or some shit.
Which we have to figure that one out here. Yeah.
If you want to
so-
do XP.
Yeah. Let's do XP and stuff. I've got one more little here. Have an extra cutscene because I know how much you love when that happens.
We do.
But yeah, we get like a scene that's like this kind of like dank cavern, like sort of Chamber of Secrecy from Harry Potter movie, where there's like a raised platform kind of surrounded by water. and on it there's like a little table with like this tea service on little legs. And there's
Screw
You
one
really would.
there's one high-backed chair. And you hear a voice, like a female voice, but it's kind of like loud and echoey. Something like, "And yes, child, that's what it means to be a vampire." Um, and then kind of like the camera pans around, and you've got like Maisley sitting in the high back chair with like a little cup of tea. Um, and the big out of the water comes this kind of like big black snake shaped thing.
Great.
Where like as
Love
it's
it.
talking, there's like flickering light as if like sort of like lightning coming from through the eyes and out of the mouth. Um,
What deal would that would Maisley make?
yeah.
I mean,
So and
Milo's
it'll
made
be
the right move today. I'm just gonna say.
yeah. It's all good. So she's like
We
so
gotta
she-
juice up.
so yeah, so this thing is there, and it's got Maisley, and Maisley is sitting in the chair, and it's like, serving Maisley tea. It's like, "And yes, child, that's what it means to be a vampire. And now, what will you do about it?" And there's like, we kind of like pan out, and there's also like that vase with the holes in it is like sitting on the table. Um, yeah, and that's just kind of like, what will you do about it? We get to figure out XP.
Okay.
All good things.
Boy, did we go down. Yeah, you're right. It starts off all nice and like fluffy, and then we go straight into making deals with devils all over the place. Like literal devils, not just like a bad bargain.
Yeah.
I
So,
love it. What a
Great.
good game.
let's see.
And you can
Uh,
you can get it. You can get it in the bundle for racial equality. Itch.io.
Yes, it starts at
Yep.
$5 on itch.io. It's
You
still
give as
there
much
through
as
like
you
the rest
want,
of the
but
week.
it's like $4,000 worth of like video games, role playing games,
Sprites.
whatever else is on there. There's a ton of stuff.
Yeah. But this is
Don't
part of
flood
it.
your
so-
library. You have to
Yes.
actually interact with the thing that you purchased before it's added to your library, which I appreciate. Because it's like 1,000 products or something.
Yeah, it's like 1,400 something the last I looked. Or less.
Mhm.
I
It
didn't
was
even actually
700
look
when
through
I
them.
bought it.
Katrina,
My
you
investment
mentioned it
was
yesterday.
double.
That was big. Yeah. But yeah, it does have Blades in the Dark, and it actually does have a game called Aegon, which is another game by John Harper. That one's like Bronze Age sword and heroism type stuff. But it looks interesting. I've heard good things. I have not tried it. And then there's actually a bunch of other that are really tiny RPGs, and there's also some that are like fairly big books. Troika is an OSR
Oh,
fantasy
nice.
game that's in there. There's a game called Lancer, which is about playing mech pilots.
Oh,
There's-
yeah, Lancer.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Gundam.
Lancer has like really, really nice art. Yeah.
Check
That
that
said,
one out.
let's give everybody some XP.
Yeah.
Let's check the crew triggers real quick. We didn't execute any espionage, sabotage, or theft operations. Did the crew contend with challenges above your current station?
Hold on a second.
But
I totally
yes.
sabotaged their odor.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Fair.
And we basically
Oh,
tried to
you mean
figure
you did
out
make
how
a
to get in it.
trap?
So we're contending with the wraiths.
But
and we're
we didn't do an
contending with Lord
operation.
Skurlock.
We did not do a crew mission or whatever, right?
I mean, we didn't, but like
Right.
contending, that's a separate XP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Contend with challenges above your current station is a separate trigger. Yeah.
We
I'd say
are
we did.
currently contending with 2 different challenges above our current station.
Fine. I'll put a second one in. I got no problem with that. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
The
Did we
weird
do any-
one? Maybe. Are we
Did we-
still weird? I gotta look at that.
Do we do any
No, we're
reputation? I don't think we ever did anything as a group that would bolster any kind
No.
Yeah.
Well, we did. What was the? When we went to the manor to like understand what's going on, that was all well-intentioned, good like knowledge gathering stuff. It didn't go so well, but like we tried to be savvy. I
Yeah.
don't know if we succeeded
Okay.
in being savvy, but we attempted to be savvy.
I'll throw it in for that. Did we express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
We definitely
think we had-
expressed some inner conflict.
We were good at that right now. We are
Mhm.
doing
Roll
that
one
every
of those
time.
in.
Inner
All right.
Yeah.
And goals and drive, sure. Like
Mm-hmm.
we did
Yeah.
a lot of that. We did a lot of conflicting.
The bad news bears of being savvy. Yes, thank you, Jared.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let's throw in a second one from that one too. The crew is now 2 XP away from an advancement, so probably
it.
at the end of next session.
Love
It
it.
will be
If
one of
there's going to be
those.
a session after that, maybe we
Yeah.
all get eaten. Who knows?
I don't know what's
Well,
up. with the
Milos won't be
mouse
there,
this
so he'll
week.
be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd just be me. I would need to play 2 characters because I'd be the only 2 named characters left.
That's right.
We'd make new characters. Come on.
You know that we would just upgrade the gutter snipes, right?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
100%.
I was like,
We're playing Tales from the Loop in Duskball.
There's a few rules in Tales from the Loop that I don't think really fit in Blades.
Wait.
Yeah,
Word.
we can find a way to make this hack happen. Come on.
Yeah.
So Maribel, did you address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy?
Yes. I think that, well,
Once or more than once?
no, mine's deception and influence.
Oh, I copied the ones out of Demas instead of yours. I'm sorry.
I mean, I wish demons were dealing with this, and I was like,
Like as soon as the crew gets around to a time when they don't have like a 3-day deadline on something, Demas will have time to come back. His prison sentence is several months, and it's been several days.
Yep.
We've had a
It's been a
few.
week yet.
He's been there a few weeks. Yeah.
Okay,
we
Yeah.
got some. Griffith has made it kind of hard for Milos to leave right now. Like,
it's fine. I mean, I'm having fun as Milos. I got all kinds of shit I can do with this. It only gets better from here.
God.
Okay. So Maribel, did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
I think influenced at least with the like cards and stuff.
Okay.
I don't think I deceived anyone.
Okay.
Except for like, yeah, no, I don't think I deceived anyone.
Okay. So that sounds like it's 1 XP then.
Woo!
Did you address a challenge with technical skill or mayhem?
I did 2 things with technical skill and mayhem. I destroyed a cart, blamed it on somebody, and then
While wearing their face, yes.
and then I
wearing their face.
and then
we
I
made like Home Alone garbage trap explosions.
hey, I ruined a meeting. All right, that's all I know. It was ruined for someone, either them or their host.
Yes. Okay. Griffith, did you address a challenge with tracking or violence? I know you definitely hit on tracking at least once there.
yeah. I would say tracking. Slipping away doesn't really count as violence, does
No.
it? Or tracking.
Not really, no.
Not really. Okay. Yeah. Then just that one.
Okay. So yeah, that's 1 XP. And Milos, did you address a challenge with violence or coercion?
I tried to coerce some folks.
Okay.
At the beginning. I think the rest of my XP is going to be coming from other chickens.
Okay.
I don't know,
All right.
yeah, because the other thing I did was help clean up the shop, which I think is the opposite of coercion. It's just being nice.
Just being a nice guy.
Just trying to put the work in for later. Okay. Then to anyone, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Which I think those came up a few times during the session tonight.
I think my background would revolve around cleaning up the shop, because it definitely came from his. Like, I'm working in this place. It's like when I work on a ship, the ship has to be maintained. We all, kind of thing.
Okay.
So he saw something that he could do well and went after it.
Cool.
Just beliefs in an elder god counts as another point.
I was going to ask that one actually. Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
I went to go. I leaned on us being on Castia's and I's Takaroshi background
Yeah.
and
you
our
definitely have
heritage.
stuff from
Like, so I don't. Do I get 2 for her being and then leaning on our history together, being in the back, or is that just combined as one?
It kind of feels like it was one situation that like
Okay.
might have hovered around both of those.
All right. And then drive. Trying to find this demon heart.
Still chill.
Yeah, you're motivated to get things done quick. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Very quick.
I think that's fair if you want to take another one for that, a second one for that.
Well, the only reason why I asked that is because it does your trauma and vice, and I was pretty reckless, and I overindulged on my vice.
Right. Well,
So
that's another trigger that we'll hit in a second
okay.
if you want it there. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. On Ohm's really fighting to not go and meet with the vampire, like that's definitely pretty core to who Ohm is, to like not be placed into social situations, or like especially social situations where like lives are on the line.
Mhm.
Ohm is patently against that because they know they're going to ruin it. That was the kind of the one thing around like their background and knowing who they are, or what they're not going to be good at.
Cool. Yeah. So that's XP. Maribel.
So I think like background with like knowing about how to contact
Definitely.
Sterluck. And then like drives to like get information, like hold on to information, things like that. That's definitely her thing. So that would be my other.
I'll go with that.
Cool.
And then, did anyone struggle with issues from your vice or trauma during the session?
Everybody-
I feel like everybody's hitting that at least once tonight. Like,
I think, I think I definitely hit simply because by doing what I did, I put Milos on that road to not retiring. Because it's not one you really go backwards from. Just keep going until you can't go any further.
Oh yeah, Jagos is right. The aneurysm from Griffith should count as something too.
Thank you. Thank you, Jagos.
that counts as Maribel struggling with Griffith's vice or trauma.
Oh.
For
I'm sorry.
me, dealing with for the trauma, like trying to do the just not off Griffith, I guess. Like making sure that we
He's
go and like actually try to save him. Well, we do though.
And yeah, I mean, as soon as it left my mouth,
But
I'm
not
like,
these friends.
oh, which
Not
character am I
these
talking to? Like,
But more so like yeah, we're trying to save Griffith, but there's that part of Maribel that's like, he double dipped and we could just really lose.
So cold.
And that hey see
That's the-
Mike, that's my trauma.
exactly. All right.
It is
Ooh,
your trauma.
That's XP, right?
I don't know if overindulging gets me one for my vice.
It's an issue from your
I
vice.
think I
Yeah.
did indeed.
Right, it brought a complication with it for both you and Griffith. So like, yeah, there's XP for that.
Also, our title for the stream next week is just the same thing, but with a period this time. This week it's a question. Next week it's a fact.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
For sure.
So we solved that ahead of time.
Yay.
And on the, I didn't really like have any problems with my vice this time, but I definitely, there were moments when, like with the trap against the wraiths, choosing to go the garbage route is really a softy thing to do. So like absolutely I could have gotten them really maimed, but chose like decidedly I just want to ruin their
Yeah.
their next hour.
I'm going to
Also
cover
being,
them in
like,
trash,
totally-
not crush them under a dumpster. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
This one might not count because we headed it off before it was an issue necessarily, but just being weird about fingerprints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's with his
Being
like
weird about it.
obsession.
That
Yeah.
that's yeah, that's fair. He is obsessed about that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
But I don't know if you're okay. I mean, they didn't act on that, so
They
they
wanted to.
expressed it. They wanted to do it, but they didn't do it.
It came up, but it wasn't necessarily something you struggled with. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I didn't compromise myself with the crew to try and pull that off. Yeah.
Maybe hold back on that one this time.
Right. Yeah. And that's fine.
Obviously,
I did love haunting those guys. Like that is
Oh.
Ohm is really enjoying that little project of like making them feel kind of haunted by their missing friend. Twice now. I don't know if that counts as anything, but that was definitely fun.
Okay.
I like how Ohm's also rationalizing that to still be soft, but like this is okay.
No, the trash is definitely like I have an opportunity here to kill them, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to ruin their day. But the haunting thing, like that is not fun. It's not fun to be haunted. I don't think that's an obsession thing. I think that's just some like inner mischievous voice within Ohm that says
It's the demon blue.
yeah, it's the, you know what ruins a person is feeling like they can't escape something. And I don't have to do it often, but it does need to happen a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think that like counts as anything, especially around like traumas or any of that kind of stuff, but it was fun to do that this session.
Cool. All right. Then I think we are set for XP. We are set for crew stuff. We have an idea of what's happening next time. That's all I got.
Awesome.
So thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah.
Head to highshelfgaming.com and find all our High Shelf Gaming community places and go
right.
subscribe to High Shelf Gaming in your podcast application of choice.
That's right.
Without
There were
judgment.
so many.
Yes.
Remember, we will judge you.
But not to your face. Just kidding. We won't. There's no
Just
judgment.
in Discord.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thanks to Ton Jagos and crew for showing up and watching. We will be back certainly next Wednesday for Blades in the Dark. Again, we're skipping this weekend because it's my wife's birthday, so I can't run
Happy birthday,
Cyberpunk.
Kelly.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. And so that's gonna be a great time. But yeah, come back here next Wednesday for more Blades in the Dark.
Cool.
Oh yeah, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
There we go. Bye, everybody.
Hey.